Wait.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you come in there.
Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Do y'all have some hot takes?
You got some. We got
How
enough
do you
to
do,
share.
my fellow
hot takers.
My fellow hot takers. How you doing? Sebanisu, thanks for re-upping your membership. Chris, right off the bat with the 39 months. Said 39 months and I turned 39 in 32 days. Coincidence? Yes. Thanks for all the fun. Looking forward to more years celebrated with you in the community. Well, thank you, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
I look forward to just like hanging out at Epcot again. Let's do that at some point.
Let's do that at some point.
Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Oh man.
Did I set this up on the right screen?
How'd you sleep? I didn't sleep well.
No. Yeah, we've been. Yeah. It's been crazy, but I feel awake enough. You know, it's been not sleep enough that I'm doing good. I'm doing good, though I might say gooing good as a response to that.
We're gonna get there, and when we do get there, you know, I know some people celebrate different things in November, but I, for one, am gonna push for no sleep November.
Oh,
yeah,
no sleep-ember.
Yeah, I know we're not doing other things in November, but you know, we don't talk about that. MasterCard won't fund that conversation.
No, it won't.
No.
But that's really the issue here. A cease and desist from an anonymous source, and it was MasterCard.
That is
whether or not it's actually a cease and desist.
That's probably reaching on that cook, but who knows? You know, no one knows.
It was MasterCard all along.
We were not given enough information. But we got a lot to talk about today. We got a show to do. We got a GG podcast to do. You want to make a GG podcast, Kyle?
Let's make a GG podcast. Yeah, I'm all about it. I think I've pressed all the buttons. I'm pretty sure this will do the thing I want it to do. Yep, it sure did. Excellent. Wonderful.
Excellente.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Yeah, let's make a podcast, shall we?
Yeah. Ooh, where are my meetups going to Dragon Con? I'm jealous. I've been to Dragon Con once, and it may have legitimately been the best con I ever been to.
That's badass.
I might give that because it's just I know there's things you can go do. But it just, for me, it felt like it got rid of all of the things, the ancillary things at cons, and it just distilled it down to my favorite part of cons, which is partying with my friends, because there's just always a party. It's always partying all the time. And I don't know if it's changed, but you could sneak booze in everywhere, because it was just, it's too big. It's too big of a con. There's no way to police it. So we were just running around with flasks of wonderful whiskey in our pockets, partying at all hours.
What year was that for you?
It was right before we got married, because we went because our mutual friend Justin Robert Young was getting married at Dragon Con. To our other mutual friend Ashley. And Katie and I decided last minute, F it, let's drive to Atlanta. Because it would have been 2015. It was 2015 because it was a few months before our wedding. Which can explain to you why it was a last minute decision, because we didn't think we were going to have the time to pull it off because we were planning our wedding. And then we were like, hey, we can't really do anything this weekend. Might as well make the drive to Atlanta. So we just got in the car and drove to Atlanta.
Like you do.
Oh, we only had one dog at the time. So we had Bailey, and we dropped him off at mom and dad's. And we just took off to Atlanta. It was, we were
wild and free like that.
Hilarious to say it to a man with 3 children, but we were just so much more free at the time. We could just do that.
I get it.
Whatever we wanted.
I get it. I mean, there's also like the weight of responsibility as you just get older and you realize the total expense and taxation on your body and all that kind of thing that comes with that sort of stuff. So yeah, being wild and free is many things.
It was a good time.
The reason I asked the year is because I've had a hard time at cons ever since Amazon existed. And I brought this up about Ren fairs as well. I just haven't really felt the magic of being somewhere where I can purchase things in a while.
If you're there, if merch was the major draw for you, yeah, cons are cooked.
Yeah,
dude. It's over.
That was my. I like the exclusiveness. I loved seeing all the stuff for sale, and that's kind of what I did at most cons. I didn't have a lot of money to spend, but I clutched that $40 in my hand hard, and I debated all weekend what I was going to walk away with.
Yeah. Yeah, which usually for me was like a horribly realistic airsoft gun. Like I
Sure,
because that shit was hard to find at
Yeah.
the time, and I thought it was cool. Thought it was neat shit. Also, I was in art school at the time. It was really good for reference if you
Sure, that
draw
makes
a
sense.
gunfight. So that all worked out. Yeah, man. I could go to Dragon Con. That'd be I could get back into that. I'd be okay with that.
Feels like it's been forever since we did a podcast. There's so much. I mean, Gamescom happened after our podcast, so that's
Gamescom. Yes,
that's
yes.
kind of like old news.
Gamescom already feels like old news because we did a co-stream, but it like we haven't talked about it after actually like getting a second to think about it and not like dealing with the assault that is a Keeley presentation, which by the way is remind me to talk about how I'm a little sick of Keeley presentations.
Okay,
when we get to it.
Yeah, they do come in a flavor.
I'm a little burnout on it. And I think we need to get someone else hosting some shit because I need some differentiation, please and thank you. Anyways, yeah, we got quite the show today. We're gonna talk about Gamescom and the things there that interested us. We're then going to talk about MMOs because we got pretty big WoW stuff at Gamescom, as well as pretty petty stuff going on in Final Fantasy 14 simultaneously. You know, so there's that. And
but
then,
like most things, it's easy to have opinions about topics, and it's also fun to talk about. Like it's an easy conversation. Like in a lunchroom setting, imagine the stream wasn't here and we were just arguing amongst friends. It's a pretty good topic. It's a pretty good argumentative topic.
It's the perfect, not as important as people make it sound out to be the thing to have an opinion about.
We're doing a deep dive. This is an investigative report, GG style.
Yes. And then we're talking about what we've been playing, what we've been watching, which for me is mostly Japan travel tutorials and Evangelion, which we'll talk about that when we get there. So, yeah, man. But first, we should probably mention that something big's going down next month for us.
Indeed.
Yes. September and a little bit into October will be our official Patreon-a-thon, as we are dubbing it.
As you might know, but don't associate with other athons you've heard because we do things a little weird around here, as you're aware.
Kyle cannot stream until 5 a.m, and I don't want to.
We've been at this game a long time, and I would say, picture this more, not to de-escalate anything, but picture this more along the lines of something that we should get very good at, a responsibility we've been neglecting for a long time around here. Like your local classical music station, we just need to take some time to remind everybody about supportourbromance.com. And we're going to be doing that a lot next month. And we're
going to be streaming 4 days a week, the entire month, including all sorts of things, including a shift in the day for the podcast for the entire Patreon-a-thon for reasons that will become immediately apparent. Because every Monday during the Patreon-a-thon will be Manderville Mondays.
Manderville Mondays is happening.
Returning to the wacky, delightful reason camera work has gotten so good in Final Fantasy 14. We will be continuing the Manderville quest line every Monday. That will be starting 1 week late, however, because next Monday is Labor Day. So,
it's Monday,
September 8th begins Manderville Mondays. So if you're a Final Fantasy 14 fan, a Manderville fan, or just a fan of Kyle and me having to drink a lot of tea because we're doing too many stupid, silly voices, check it out. Exactly.
And soundboarding. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
It's coming. Yep. It's happening every Monday.
If you're a fan of this quote, never before have I received such splendid ministrations, you should tune in to that every Tuesday and every Thursday. So 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday, Expedition 33. We're gonna beat that sucker before the Patreon-a-thon is over.
Hey, we're thinking we're gonna beat it in a month. That's the plan. We're gonna beat that in a month. We're gonna live and breathe it as far as GG streams go.
We're gonna do it. We're going to fricking do it. People say we don't beat games. We're going to do it. We're going to beat games.
We beat extremely long games, but games of the casual 50-hour mark, no,
Those don't happen very often.
That's too much. That's far too much.
No, but we're doing it. And then every Wednesday will be the GG podcast. So we will be podcasting on Wednesdays, moving it off of Mondays to make room for Manderville. That'll be our Patreon-a-thon. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Garrett and Kyle streaming 4 days in a row. So check it out. check out supportourbromance.com too, because it's the whole point of this whole thing.
Yes, we're going to be talking about it a lot. Obviously, there's reasons why we use Patreon. It's because we bring you the content we want to make that you enjoy. So please check out supportourbromance.com. Update your existing pledge. If you haven't, that's going to be part of this. Is just heading on over to being like, is that payment information correct? Check it out. We currently have 724 free members. And if some of you feel like upgrading that to a paid membership, we'll make good steps in our goal as we get into 2026. It's coming. It's
insane.
But also
it's
the reason we played
insane.
so much over the last 2 years, like Phasmophobia, Split Fiction, Blueprints, Monster Hunter, those were all voted for y'all over there. And we were able to make that time to question the algorithm and put that out there. In fact, this Tuesday, we're going to be playing Date Everything as our patron stream. So,
this Tuesday being tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
yes.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow's going to be Date Everything. And that is all due to the support at supportourbromance.com.
Yeah.
Now,
16.5 expeditions on Tuesday. Yes, and another 16.5 expeditions on Thursday, Kendrick. That's right. You were absolutely correct.
It's perfect breakdown.
It's a great deal. You should call before supplies run out. Yep.
So we'll be talking so much about this over the next month. That's going to be our primary goal. It's something we're going to be practicing too. Advertising in the month of September. That's supportourbromance.com. We love no matter how you support. Thank you for supporting on Twitch. Thank you for supporting on YouTube as well. Patreon is our best cut, and it's what we've been using for an extremely long time now in order to support ourselves. So thank you so much to everyone already supporting.
Saved our booty this year when the algorithm came for us.
Yeah, a little bit. And all those sort of experiments and all that kind of stuff is very much due to supportourbromance.com. So thank you, everyone who's already doing that. More information to come.
And I will probably just be leaving that in for the patrons. So shout out to the patrons. I know I usually cut out anything that is promoting the Patreon for you. But I assume you're interested in knowing the content that we're doing next month. So there you have it. Please enjoy. Let me switch off of Air Horn Blast and we'll get to this week's news.
Good. Oh, great news, everyone. Shove it.
Gamescom happened. It happened, Kyle.
It happened. It did. It was good.
It happened. It kind of felt like more Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
Not even like new Summer Games Fest. Just more of the same, but this time in Germany.
And Video Game Awards too. Are all those united by some sort of factor? Some sort of...
If only I could find the key.
Yeah, some sort of
to all of those
joining
events seeming
force.
Similar. Surely we can crack this, Kyle.
Listen, I do enjoy being comfortable, and old Jeff does make me feel comfortable. I do feel comfortable. I feel like it's a nice warm sock that I've worn before.
Like there's only a 25% chance someone will come up on stage and say something weird about Bill Clinton.
They had a moat built around the stage this time. There was security patrolling the walls.
I've never mentioned my percentage before, but 25% is significantly lower than the amount that I felt it was possible before. So shout out to security at Gamescom. I mean,
in terms of like stuff that just went on too long, there wasn't too much outside of just when the guests got on, like Call of Duty Black Ops. The Lego guy was clearly, he loved his game.
The Lego
guy. He was very fashionable.
The Batman game looks kind of sick.
It did, but it was just kind of like all right. You bought the Express bonus Ultimate Eagle package. Like, congrats, you got to talk for however long you want.
Yeah. I mean, this was probably the most egregious example of making me miss E3. And I think specifically, I don't think I give a shit about E3. I think I miss on stage demos. We're not doing it anymore. I know things can go wrong, but that's part of the charm of the whole thing.
I miss the guy who is lit from above, who's been working on his forearms for about 6 months, standing extra wide with the controller between his legs.
Extra wide with the controller between his legs?
Yeah, there was that brief time period.
You stand there like this?
Yeah, exactly. And it'd be right there, like no natural person stands to play a video game.
Game Boy.
Yeah. Nobody, I don't think anybody liked the fake video game comms, though it was kind of cool that one Xbox showcase where they flew behind the stage and there was like all the gamers lined up at the stations playing the multiplayer together with their fake comms.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like, I think the Lego Batman game looks good. I'm also with you that the presentation went on for too long, and it did feel like it was just, it really felt like money had exchanged hands. And so, like, I don't even mind that because I know that's true. It's a realism. It's a reality of what happens at these types of presentations. But it's like, switch it up a bit. When it's just trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer, like, yeah, I perk up slightly more when it's a gameplay trailer versus not. Just switch it up. Just freaking switch it up. Like, I left being more excited. Like, the thing I was probably most excited about at the end of this was the new season of Fallout, which I was already excited about, but it was just fun to see the trailer, which I would have seen anyway because they just would have thrown it up on YouTube and I would have watched it in the evening.
That was such a delightful organic moment between you and I because you watched the original and haven't played, and I haven't watched it and have played.
Yeah, I mean, I've played a little Fallout, but like not nearly enough to have really any knowledge.
But this was like this was vulgar amounts of New Vegas. It's exactly what you would want New Vegas to be. And it felt so confident and so aware of itself in all the right ways. I freaking love Death Claws. There's Mr. House. They were doing all the factions, the T-Rex mouth. Like, they went for it. And that was so cool.
Yeah. I mean, I did love our conversation for that exact reason. The fact that it was you, someone who has not seen the show, but are a big Fallout fan, and me, someone who adores the show and has played very little Fallout because I don't really care for the games. I think they're kind of mid personally, but the show's amazing. It might, we were talking a little bit on stream, and I'm still kind of thinking about it. I think the Fallout show might be my favorite video game adaptation ever. Like, I just think it's really well done.
I do have a soft spot for exactly 90 seconds of the Doom movie. I think it redeems the entire product.
We've had this conversation. I disagree with you. I think the Doom movie is absolute trash. But yeah, I feel that way about the first Mortal Kombat movie. And I feel that way about, I also really like to talk about, again, similar to Fallout, game I haven't played, but I love the adaptation. That first Silent Hill movie, Silent Hill movie goes hard. That is a good horror movie.
It really is, except for just Sean Bean's non-participation in it. That was just kind of weird.
He was sequel bait, and then they waited too long to make a sequel, and then he's not in the sequel.
Yeah. I was excited for that. That was a fine adaptation. That was a fine adaptation of an adaptation. It was a copy of a copy. We'd lost the Pyramid Head thread a long time ago. Whatever, I had fun.
Yeah.
Also,
Garrett,
like,
the first Mortal Kombat movie is great because it was bad. It's not that bad though. Like, it's not like laughably bad.
Reptile doesn't last long enough.
No, but it's a solid martial arts movie.
Yeah,
like,
great.
The fighting's solid. And the effects work is. I'm intensely nostalgic for that kind of effects work.
Yes, to me, it's on par.
Goro looks awesome. Sets.
It's on par with the Ninja Turtles live action. Like, it's a good.
Ooh! I just ordered 4K physical of the 1990. Well, actually, the whole trilogy, because that's the only way you could buy it.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
I think it's Arrow Video. There's a couple physical DVD makers that I follow and I really like, and I get Shout Factory and Arrow mixed up because they both put out really good products. I think it's Arrow. I think Arrow just announced that they're taking pre-orders for a 4K physical release of the original live action Turtle trilogy, and I've never set money on fire faster.
I bet that's pretty good. I wonder
the funny thing was all the comments below were exactly what I was thinking, which was you can keep the third one. Like, I don't want it.
Yeah, I saw it once as a kid and I didn't process it.
The third one is terrible.
It is.
I will probably watch Secret Reviews once, and I'm mostly just buying it for the first one.
Does Ghostbusters have a 4K? That would be cool question. With all the practical effects, all the puppets.
Ghostbusters
1984
UHD. Is there a UHD? Because if there is, I'm gonna buy it. Yep, sure enough.
Okay. Yeah, those would be good
Pre-owned
movies
for $6 on eBay. Oh my god, I'm putting this in my cart right now.
Well, and then like in New York, like that's gonna look fine. Yeah, it's not like
well, it was shot on film. It was shot on film. So if they went through the effort of finding a good archival print, and went through the whole thing. It probably looks incredible. It's why Jaws and Alien looks so good.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, those are nice sets, and a lot of it is just New York in those movies, so it's not like getting up-res, you're going to notice the cracks in the set or anything weird about it.
Anyway, exiting my 4K physical hyperfixation, back to Gamescom. Fallout looks good. It was a big Gamescom for MMOs. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We actually got a release date for Silk Song, and it is imminent.
Yeah, that's coming out really soon.
A week away. Don't expect to see any Silk Song around these parts anytime soon, y'all.
Oh goodness, no! I'm
happy for you. Go enjoy.
It is going to be a skilled fiesta. I do not possess those skills. In fact, I'll just say it now. And what I've been playing, I bought Hollow Knight this week, and I've been playing it because it is
You gotta stream that.
No. It had crossed. It had crossed the finish line, man. It had gone too far. It was now in reverent territory. It was bigger. It was so overhyped.
All we do is stream things that people
I needed it. I needed
strong
it for
opinions
me.
about.
This was for me. I needed this one. I know. I personally wanted to enjoy Hollow Knight for myself, and it's something I wanted to play a long time since I've been getting into Dead Cells, and then I did that Metroidvania stream kind of thing where I played Symphony of the Night and Metroid Zero Mission.
What if I want to enjoy it? Can you start a new channel called Kyle Doesn't Read Chat? Can you just start a new channel called Kyle, like non-interactive Kyle?
It's not even about that. Like, let's just talk about Hollow Knight right here and now. It is, if you do not know the traditions at play, there is a lot of just awful bullshit that you have to deal with. Like when you hit a guy, you get knocked back slightly. Thanks, I just fell off every ledge in the game. What a horrible design philosophy. When I get hit, I go flying freaking backwards and get completely misplaced, end up in lava, instantly die. Why? What a terrible design decision. These are fundamental ideas to a Metroidvania. This is how they play. It's like if you saw Dark Souls for the first time and you're like, ew, blocking. Ah, gross. Why won't the boss relax? Hey, what's with the stupid dot in the middle of him? Are you Z targeting? Like, it's just how it is. And so when you play it for the very, very, very first time, without any of that back knowledge, and in particular, I was sold Hollow Knight in like 2017 as a game I should play as a Dark Souls player, which was a terrible suggestion. Absolutely terrible. So now that I've gone back around and back in to Metroidvanias and figured out kind of what they're cooking there, it is an obscenely well-made game. And it's very, very cute. The characters are charming. The music is nice. The environments are fun. I lost 700 soul gemblies because it teleported my shade deeper into the puzzle than I was able to perform at the time with my own skills of doing the jump puzzle. So those disappeared into the air. They're gone.
Did you crash out? Did you rage? Can I get a dramatic retelling?
I was upset enough at myself. I was happy I wasn't on stream. Like, I didn't feel mad. I just didn't need someone else being like, oh, ooh, oof. Oh, F's in chat for the 700 gemblies. Like, it's not terribly intuitive unless you've played those other games and then you start to put together. Like, something I would only know from playing Dead Cells is that, you know, when you play Dead Cells, right? You like Dead Cells.
Oh, I love Dead Cells. Yeah. I've beaten it a few times.
So you know that
I've had a few clear runs, I guess you would call it.
So you know that Vector Man ass guy in the first level who goes and like leans back and puts his crotch forward and then jumps. Yep. That is a language. That is a language of those games that a monster will be like, sound cue, perform bullshit attack. And so by knowing that, things are now less bullshit. But so often, like a Souls game, you walk in a room and you just, I guess I die now because you didn't know that he has a jump attack because you tried to jump over his ass, but you didn't know he has a jump attack. So the second you try to jump over his ass, he jumps and hits you and you instantly die. And so there's all these kinds of little things that are constantly feeding this reward loop as you face an enemy you saw maybe 2 hours ago, and you're like, I know your tricks, and you own him. And you face a little jump puzzle that you've done before. You make your way back. There's a lot of backtracking. So you backtrack through an area you used to struggle with. And now you're going 3 times speed because you now have a dash and the wall jump. And you're just, and like the skills compound on itself. But Hollow Knight had gone from revered to completely overhyped for me. And that is not something that I feel like should be experienced with others. Is it overhyped? Okay. Yes. Is it over-reviewed? No. It is a really good game, and I'm having an excellent time with it.
Everything you said makes me go. It makes all the sense in the world that it was likened to a Souls-like experience. So I find that somewhat amusing.
That it didn't click with me.
That you took umbrage with that comparison.
It's.
Like Kyle, everything you just mentioned reminds me of a Souls-like experience.
Well, yeah, but imagine I'm like, you love shooters, right? Play Hotline Miami. Your skills don't translate. You didn't walk in the room and say, I love video games with guns. You walked in the room and said, I'm really good at middle clicking in my joystick so it locks a tiny dot on the enemy and I circle them while I dodge.
We try to get messages across quickly on the internet because everybody is an iPad kid now. So our attention spans are the worst they've ever been, and they've never been particularly great, even from the day of dial-up. So I think there's some assumption that you will look up the games and go, oh, it's 2D, and then extrapolate from there to, just realize that it's not a one-to-one comparison.
Sure, but when you lose, 300 gems and you've never once even sat and found the bonfire, you're like, well, what was I supposed to do? What is this game? Why would I play this? Why would I subject myself? It hasn't even taught me how to upgrade my weapon. Why would I continue this experience? And it's constantly learning things. And once you know the language of the game, it's really good. And it has good upgrades. It's got a good kind of relic system where you get to augment your character. You feel like you're kind of mix and matching. One of the augments is a compass, so you know where you are on the map. You can remove that to make another slot to put another upgrade in. So if you find a boss, you know exactly how to get to him. You don't need your map anymore. You just go, shit, okay, get rid of that. It's not like I'm lost. And so now you're trading that out, and you're just constantly kind of feeling like you're getting smarter than the game, even though around every corner you're like, excellent, I beat that other bullshit. New bullshit awaits.
Well, yeah.
And
it's
fun.
What? Just honestly, just like a lot of games, but I don't want to tease you and say, just like a Souls experience,
yes,
new bullshit awaits.
Yes, it is not unlike it. The Metroid fans are very sensitive to that kind of description. In general, like their game came before, they don't like it being reduced down to that. Blah blah blah. I'm not even scribing it for that. I'm over describing it because it didn't work for me. That description did me harm.
Okay. The learning the bosses to the degree it looks like you need to learn them to makes me think of Souls more than Metroid. The map, seeing that map makes me go, oh, Metroid.
Yeah. There's also, there's bosses where the amount of bullshit you'll be doing far goes beyond. Like, imagine, I can think of a chariot boss where you had to fight in Dark Souls. It wasn't even a boss, really. You just ran from alcove to alcove while a guy on a chariot ran around in circles. Like there was never like a hit a jump
you're not really fighting as much as you are surviving.
Yeah, exactly. Till eventually I think you found like his shadow and like killed his shadow that was hiding in the back of the room. Like there are points in boss battles where, there's a boss there, but there's 20,000 spinning death tubes and 5 buzzsaws on the ground, and he's summoning forth attacks that, I guess those are the walls I have to jump off of. And it's a very, very unique game that I do not have copious amounts of natural skill at. But it's good. It's good. And also another thing about Silksong that really kind of threw my decision here. One, it's coming out in 2 weeks. So the idea of being like, hey, I'm getting ready for Silksong. No. This is a pretty big game. But second of all, Silksong's going to come out and it's a sequel. It's not going to be a hard reset. It's expecting you to have the skills of Hollow Knight. And if you jump straight...
What if I've spent so much of my life looking at the art for Silksong because we've just been waiting for it to come out so long that I look at Hollow Knight and go, damn, I like the head shape of the Silk Song character more.
You could. I mean, there's
I'd rather be looking
probably
at that art.
you probably could jump straight to Silk Song, but from the language I absorbed, it seemed like it will be kind of a you'll be the 0.5 in the difficulty curve rather than the 0.
Well, until we launch our project called Get Hard, you will enjoy these games offline.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. This was I tried to go back to Slay the Spire and Monster Train, on my Steam Deck, and I was like, I just done these so much, and then I've beat He's Coming as much as I can, and I just need something new, and it felt right. I had to just be a gamer and not a streamer for a hot moment.
I feel that, man. I've been playing, I've been speed leveling in World of Warcraft.
Sure.
And just like not doing it on stream and not thinking too much about it and just enjoying myself, catching up on podcasts. Got my paladin to 80, by the way. I have spent 0 time in the new patch area except for getting to it because my armor was like so shit that I was just going around doing really norming ass world quests to get decent gear.
I mean, that could be fun, particularly when you're doing them for the first time, and that gear's just flowing.
I've had a good time. They did a good job. Like, I just haven't spent that much time with anything in War Within outside of going through the quest, like the main quest once. So just like spending a couple days this weekend, just like going around, just getting some gear, hanging out in the zones. Like, it's really my first time just kind of hanging out in those zones, and they're freaking cool. They did a really good job with the world in this expansion. The story didn't really do it for me, but yes, the world of Warcraft in this expansion. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for making the obvious joke.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Did you? Oh, where do you want to talk about that? Are we gonna talk about Midnight now, or are we gonna later?
No. Well, no, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going, Kyle.
Silk Song's coming out soon.
Silk Song's coming out. We got gameplay for Resident Evil Requiem. That thing that stalks you is terrifying, and I hate it.
Oh yeah, did you look up Grandma?
Yes, she's.
Yeah, Grandma's great.
God, calling that Grandma is. If it wasn't for the 14 mod drama, would be the most disingenuous thing I've heard all week.
I mean, it's got a
instead it's the second most disingenuous thing.
It's got on those like I've had 12 kids dress. It's I've got no better way to describe it. Like,
as someone who grew up with a mom that wore and probably still wear. I don't hang out with my mom at night much more, but she wore a muumuu. Probably still wears muumuus. That shit creeps me out, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I loved that gameplay trailer. It's exactly what I wanted.
Oh man,
and
I used to go to Bell's and pick out the muumuus because that was like a good Christmas gift.
Sure. Like, get her a new muumuu.
Yeah, this is some tough shit, man.
No, the third person stuff was really cute. Like the way she's stumbling around and like losing her footing. That was impressive.
Yeah, man. It's I need them to force me to play first person because to me, Resident Evil is a third person game. I do, however, yield to the effectiveness of being utterly terrifying. That is Resident Evil 7 being forced first person. It is so scary. And it just simply would not be the same experience if it was third person. But damn, dude, like, just like I can't get over the backlighting of the hair from the flashlight effect when you play in third person in this. When I see the gameplay demos, like it looks so good.
Well, and I love identifying what a video game worked on to make their game, like seeing what their new little tech is. Yeah, ever since the days of old Disney, How We Made It kind of movies, being like, oh yeah, look at Sully's fur. That's freaking nuts. That's why you had it all over the place. And just made monsters made of nothing but a ball of fur. Like the shadows in this are so gorgeous and something's always lurking. I love Darkness Falls. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love The Tooth Fairy.
I wanted to like that movie. That's probably that might make my top 10 of most overhyped horror films I've ever seen.
Sure, danger over hype, right? Same thing happened to Kristen with Fifth Element. Like these can absolutely happen.
I actually think that movie might be responsible for me not that was the beginning of me not trusting horror movies that are rated PG-13.
Okay. I
think that was the first offender.
And that light, like the fact that you might be powering on lights and moving lights around to kind of hide from their nemesis. And I keep wanting to say nemesis system, but that's or
it's not a nemesis, and it's not even a nemesis. It's a Mr. X system. The freaking Mr. X was first. Damn it.
Mr. X system. I love it. I'm such a fan. Still something weird about their mouths over in RE land, but baby steps. Maybe we can fix those mouths someday.
It looks pretty good to me. I think they might be doing the animating the top lip thing, which is usually the problem. Because it's something with like the muscles in your mouth. It's like the top lip doesn't really do its own thing. It's actually just influenced by what like your lower lip and your cheeks are doing. But you can run into the issue with animation where you have full control, so you just make the top lip do whatever it wants, and it gets in the uncanny valley.
Looks good. Loved it.
I love Resident Evil. Looks like a good Resident Evil. I tend to really love every other Resident Evil. 8 looked a little goofy. I admittedly have not played it myself. I should rectify that so that I have my own opinion.
Oh man,
it looked a little goofy compared to 7.
You're going about this all wrong. Just like our video we put up on the Clips channel, Garrett. I need you to change that up. This is the internet. What is your batshit crazy theory about why that is? Are there 2 teams that make Resident Evil, and you really like the even number team, but that odd number team is just shit and always working on their systems?
Oh, you just want me to make a completely unverifiable theory?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there has to be a reason why every other's bad, Garrett. And
no, I think the truth is that there are 2 very different types of Resident Evil. Resident Evil is a very scary franchise, and it is a deeply cheesy, hilarious, doesn't take itself seriously franchise. And sometimes you want to lean further into either of those 2 directions. And it's perfectly valid, and all Resident Evil is valid, Kyle. All of it.
It's certainly connected whether I want it to be or not.
So yeah. Let's see.
That gameplay trailer was a treat. I just gotta get this off my chest. I don't have any good reason. That Onimusha gameplay trailer. I've been really looking forward to that game, but it didn't have the sauce. That was weird.
I didn't grow up with Onimusha, and the first one just didn't do a whole lot for me. It looks fine. I'm just nothing like sparked anything for me. So I went and got a snack while that was up, and I left you by your loansome.
Yeah,
so
I've been really excited for that. But and then the developer I saw had an interview, and they're like, things are different. You got to trust us. And I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. I've been through that line before. Oh, it feels different, looks different. Ooh.
You lead with confidence. Lead with confidence. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. I'm with you on that. There was a new Mega Evolution shown for Pokemon Z to A, and I don't think people are as mad about it as they were Dragonite. Look at Victor Beal. Aw, just
wow.
Everybody's favorite self-choking plant.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he is. He's having a good time with that.
Mm-hmm. He's loving it. I think I saw someone already modded it into Resident Evil 2.
How did this happen? He looks so pitcher planty and angry. What's a Mega Evolution? What happens?
I don't really know. Like, I played a little bit of X and Y, which I believe has them for I think the starters. I think I had a Mega Evolution for my Blastoise. I think it was like kind of like a limit break, like on a cooldown, like a thing you can do every once in a while.
Okay.
Your Pokemon goes into like super mode and does some shit. I really don't know. I'm not informed enough to speak to it.
The only ones I've seen are like, big and like we're talking extra thorns. Like it's usually not anything too dramatic. This is a pretty big change up. I can see how it happened. I can see how the bell plant, the pitcher plant, choked itself and got into this state. But I did watch a little bit of extra gameplay of that Z to A. That was interesting. Their multiplayer is kind of a fun idea.
I don't know anything about it.
They have like a kind of battle royale system where 4 people enter arena and you just kick the shit out of each other. It's not like an action game. You sort of lock into a poke battle.
I'm gonna need you to lock in.
Yeah.
with this explanation.
But it's kind of fun. It looked like a good little pastime, a little good mini game.
Okay. Oh, Chad's making it sound like it wasn't too far off. You can trigger a Mega Evolution once per battle, and it's kind of limit breaky. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So you transform your Pokemon, and then like I think it's like a stat boost or some shit. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember seeing a Mega Evolution Blastoise and being like, oh, that's kind of sick. But as I have firmly established with my recent playthrough of half of Pokemon Silver, I am not very modern in my Pokemon knowledge. So I'm getting there, though. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be better, everybody.
Sure.
Trying to be better.
Gengar's okay.
That Mortal Kombat Legacy collection that I'm excited about is properly nerdy, Kyle. It is going to include one of the rarest versions of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 that ever existed and hasn't been playable since 1997 in arcades only, and only, to my knowledge, 2 arcades in the entire world.
What's this?
So I've mentioned it a couple times. I haven't really gone into it. We're getting Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Okay.
And this is a new collection in a line of collections that have been done by the studio, by this developer. There's been other collections like this, and they include all the games, but they are also just as much a digital museum. There's tons of bonus stuff included that take you through the history of the development of this franchise.
Oh, neat.
And they're doing it now for Mortal Kombat. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, particularly before it became 3D. That was like my heyday. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 is probably my favorite fighting game of all time.
And it's just kind of rare to see this one. Like it's just not one that
Ultimate
they
Mortal
make
Kombat 3
much.
was widely available, but this collection is going so deep into it. It's including the WaveNet version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
What the heck's a WaveNet?
WaveNet Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was like a 2-off test arcade cabinet where they were networked arcade cabinets.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's asking for trouble.
And to my knowledge, and from trying to refresh on this, because I remember vaguely hearing about this back in the day, there was a cabinet in Chicago and there was a cabinet in San Francisco, and they were directly connected, I believe, but with an old T1 line.
Wow.
And none of that really matters in terms of playing it, but it was the only version of Mortal Kombat 3 that had Noob Saibot.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yes. Yeah, apparently. I was just like, I vaguely remember hearing about that. What made it special? And why do we care if it was networking? And I believe it had like one character that no other version of Ultimate MK3 had.
Wow. What a waste of time when the Surge Protector networked all the games together.
That's not networking, Kyle. That's not how it works.
That's how Wreck-It Ralph got into the other games. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. How do we not have more Wreck-It Ralph sequels, dude?
Well, we do. We got one, right?
But how do we not have more? It just seems like
it wasn't good. It was not good. It was not a good movie. I think
we're making Tron 3 with Jared Leto, and I hate
the second one was not good, my dude. Like it did not.
I haven't seen the second one, so I can't tell you. Man. I can't tell you.
Oh, it was rough. It was rough.
I'm a week out from having gone to Epic Universe. Right now, I'm just like, I really need to see How to Train Your Dragon 3. How did I not see How to Train Your Dragon 3? I need to see that. But yeah. Cars 3, surprisingly good. Cars 2, terrible movie.
Cars 2 is an anomaly. I think it's insane.
Cars 2 is ass.
Someone really wanted to make a James Bond movie and didn't.
It made money, man. So I guess we're the a-holes. Anyway, what else here? Switch to Elden Ring runs very poorly. And surprise, surprise, no one was allowed to show it running despite it being playable at Gamescom.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Yeah, this came out of Gamescom. People got to play Elden Ring on the Switch too, and pretty much unanimously, anyone that wrote about it or made a video about it or talked about it have said, "This ain't it. Don't buy this."
Wow. I mean, according to this quote, "Wowie zowie, it's terrible," says reviewer.
Oh, what website is that? Is that GameSpot?
Yeah, this is.
It's GameSpot.
Nintendo Life Share, or Nintendo Life shared a video from producer Felix, and yeah, that's their quote. That's a Nintendo person's quote.
Yeah.
Wowie zowie.
Yeah, apparently the frame rate's just bad, and when you move the camera, it gets worse.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Yep.
Huh.
It sounds like, from the stuff I've read, it reminds me of back when I was trying to play World of Warcraft on like a shitty old Toshiba satellite laptop, where I would like, in the open world, it was absolute shit. But when I got at least into an enclosed space, it could run kind of okay.
Right.
But
You
mostly I had to look at my feet.
Yeah, you could limp your way into a dungeon. That's why I love Karazhan so much, because there weren't so many players and it was an isolated server situation. Oh wow. Huh, I thought it'd be powerful enough. They got Cyberpunk, and I figured it would be more powerful than my Steam Deck, and that has Elden Ring.
I don't think it's more power. I think like not everything's the same, because it does have access to shit that just didn't exist at the time, like ray tracing. But a popular consensus, putting it in layman's terms, is that it's about on par with the PS4.
Interesting. Okay.
So, I'm not a highly technical person. Like I like collecting consoles because I'm just broken in the brain like that. I don't really care. Like at the end of the day, too much. Like I don't put much stock in who's better than the other with technical stuff. And if you are, you probably aren't into Nintendo consoles anyway, because they've never been the ones to push for the top graphical spot. Never been what they've been going for. So, but it's a shame to hear, because that, I don't have a Steam Deck, and I do have a Switch too. So it would be a nice place to have Elden Ring on the go, particularly with a 14-hour flight to Japan in my near future.
Yeah.
That'd be a solid way to waste 14 hours.
And Bandai Namco just running around being like, no, camera's away, camera's down. Get that man, tackle him.
Give him a
Just
Gundam model.
Rip it out.
Maybe
the
he'll
footage.
forget. Here's a model kit. Forget about what you saw.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. That's the end of the stuff that like really kind of made me perk up. Sekiro anime looks cool. I haven't played Sekiro, but the anime looks sick.
Yeah, that went under a big AI investigation by the internet this weekend.
Investigate. There's no way to.
Yeah. There's not a good
commodify that word.
But yeah, apparently the studio's been very into AI in the past, but they have claimed that no, none of that is AI.
Dude, there's so many problems with AI. So I'm not going to say that that's the worst issue. I'm pretty sure the rampant theft is actually the worst issue, but that's my least favorite part of this AI future we live in, is just the like having to be vigilant. I'm just tired. I just want to see something announced and I don't want to think about if it's AI or not. Well, I want to see something that looks like shit and go, man, that just looks like crap. I don't want to go through this entire mental escapade of, does it look like shit because it's just slop in the first place?
Yeah. It's a weird one. I've assumed
it's so dumb. NFTs were easy to ignore, man.
I assume it's because they're making a sequel or something like that. I don't really know how that would work. It's kind of one of those where it's like, it doesn't look so good. Why would you not play the game? Because the game's amazing, but I guess it would give you a footing into the world. So they're doing something with the world.
It's a brand. It's a brand extension.
Story.
It's fine. It's like you look like everything that like Procter and Gamble makes. Like not everything is necessarily it's just from soft stock is high. What else?
Yeah, some of that shit is just weird. Like, here's my random domestic thing. I can't believe my Kroger delivery for groceries came with free Disney Plus with ads. That is so freaking bizarre. I'm buying groceries. I do not. What?
I'm gonna get in here with I did not know we had Kroger. We have Kroger here.
Yeah, we have Kroger here. Yeah, we got Kroger. Yeah.
What? Kroger, Sarasota. We have Kroger?
Yeah, they drive around. They got the little refrigerated trucks. They drive around, But yeah, you sign up for that, you're gonna get yourself a free Disney Plus with ads.
I didn't know Disney Plus. I didn't know there was an option of Disney Plus with ads.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you can.
Cool.
For some reason, if you really want your Beauty and the Beast interrupted,
God, the future is stupid.
You can get on that. But I get it's a subscription service, so why not add another subscription to it? It's just there's so many of these weird things going on. I am excited for Chronos. Chronos continued to be exciting. That's the one with the weird helmet.
Way more Dead Space than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
more Dead Space, please. I can't believe we're not getting a Dead Space 2 remake after that first. That Dead Space remake is so.
It was so well. What a transformative product too, because it added so much to it while still keeping the spirit. That was a feat. I love that thing. Chronos seems to have a little bit of a sense of humor about it. They seem to be having fun over there. I'm looking forward to that thing.
Yeah, man, I am so Publix pilled. I had no idea we had Kroger. Anyway, I think that's the end for me on GameStop. Okay. Anything we didn't touch on that you want to touch on?
Oh, I am curious why it just, to expose what the story is. Why'd you cross out the Airbender Magic the Gathering?
Because I knew we were going to have too much to talk about.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
But Magic the Gathering Avatar: The Last Airbender is on the way and it's already sold out.
Yeah, I believe it.
Collector's boxes are approaching the cost of Final Fantasy collector's boxes already, which is a shame because I was like, if I can snagged one of these up for under $1,000, maybe I'll consider it because it'd be fun to open it on stream because I know you and I both love Avatar. They're already over $1,000.
Holy moly!
It's pointless. It's completely pointless.
Wowie zowie.
Final Fantasy, absolutely, it ruined it, man. God, I'm struggling as a human being right now. I'm struggling as someone who enjoys his fandom because, man, dude, God, it has exposed my hypocrisy. My hypocrisy is exposed.
Why is that?
Because I hate the Fortnite-ification of everything, man. I hate it so much. Everything's so homogenized. We're not gonna build up any of our own IPs. It's ruining any creative growth for fiction until it's the collab that I actually give a shit about. And then I love it. And it's my favorite thing in the world. Because that Final Fantasy Magic collab was awesome. Tomorrow is ODST for Helldivers. And I've reinstalled Helldivers too. You know it. I love ODST. I'm feral for ODST. If I stopped and think about it for a second, I'm actually probably that excited because they haven't done anything meaningful with Halo for half a decade now. And I should really just probably be even more pissed off at Microsoft than I already am. But thing I remember makes happy juices.
True. These are freaking fabulous, though, honestly. These are actually pretty good. They have some cute moments from the show. Yeah.
It looks good. Yeah, it looks all right.
They got Earthbend and all this with counters on them, and they sort of power up. They've got some great little moments from the show that are all, this is nice. It is gonna this anime style Katara. We're gonna have to hear even more people say Avatar is not an
anime style Katara.
Right? Isn't that weird?
The show is already anime style.
But.
Oh my god,
it's really cute. No, this is for now. I know it's weird and it's just gonna be full of hypocrisy, but for now they're coming up with some really cute stuff at Magic the Gathering in the spirit of the property.
It's gonna go too far.
It is.
It is absolutely going to properly jump the shark at some point, and it is going to be so exhausting when we get there.
There's going to be laziness. It's going to drop the ball. The mechanics won't match with what they come up with. Eventually, it's not going to be good anymore. But
enjoy it while it's good.
Yeah,
and that's just really Listen, there's a pretty popular video about Star Wars out on the YouTubes right now.
I watched that. Yeah, an hour long. I watched that.
I think makes some really, really good points. But I am here as someone who still enjoys Star Wars to tell you, enjoy it while it's good. Treat it like The Mandalorian. Just enjoy the seasons that were good. I'm sorry that the later seasons got pretty stupid.
Yeah, that was just a tough couple of years, honestly, is what it comes down to, because you had BioWare being weird, you had Blizzard being weird, and then you had Star Wars creating not good things, and there was just like is everything I love falling apart?
Well, and simultaneously was the downfall of the MCU.
Yes.
The bottom fell out of the MCU at the same time as all of that.
And so now that I'm seeing properties and these crossovers kind of working, I am in that healthier mindset to be like, you know what? Leadership come and goes. You know, like follow real people, not corporations. And
but if you're a Blizzard fan, maybe don't like.
maybe well, don't worship people and don't heroize them. But also, you know, it's the same thing with reviewers. You got to find a reviewer that shares your taste. It's not about whether a game got a good score or not. Sometimes
that's what I want us to get better about as people, man. It's just like let's talk about what you like and what you don't like. Let's admit that publicly, and let's be cool with that. Like, you don't need to win the argument. Not everything's an argument to win. Tastes are different. Chicken isn't better than steak. You just like it more. Stop.
And steak's better with broccoli. You know, beef and broccoli is superior to chicken and broccoli.
Wait.
Beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli. You're doing the thing.
It's superior.
You're doing the thing. You're doing the thing.
But should I come across chicken and broccoli that's good, you know, it might not last forever.
I get broccoli with my sesame chicken, and I would say that sesame chicken and broccoli actually trumps beef and broccoli, and that's technically chicken and broccoli.
I do agree.
So.
But when you get into the beef and broccoli is a sauce. I think it has oysters in it or something like that. I'm not sure.
Sauces that include things from the ocean are kind of goated.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's why Caesar salad's so freaking good.
Salty sauces. Exactly.
Crack that can, mush it until it's a sauce. Put it on your salad. Your salad's edible. Congratulations. Anyway.
Yeah, these are really good. Oh my god, they have the Avatar enthusiast. That's freaking cute. Oh my god.
I used that GIF very recently.
These are cute.
To explain my reaction to the WoW Midnight cinematic to Jesse. I use that GIF of the dude foaming at the mouth.
I just got to find the cabbages guy. He's got to be in here. Where's cabbages man?
Got to be a cabbages guy. We go back. I think did Sokka have cabbages?
No. Sokka's got the
cactus fruit,
the desert drink that he got all
Yep.
Messed up juice. On. It's the quenchiest.
Nothing's quenchier.
Nope, it's the quenchiest.
God, can we just do an Avatar watch along? Is that something we could do?
It's been a few years, you know. I think it's been.
I could watch Avatar.
Avatar is good.
I could always watch Avatar. I know I'm currently watching Evangelion, but you know, I could mix this in. I could divorce the two in my mind.
Damn.
You know, that is an anime style Katara. You are never mind. That is.
Right? Isn't it like, yeah.
That is a more anime Katara.
It's kind of confusing but you know, it's fine. It's such a freaking good show.
Is it my favorite? Is it my favorite?
Where's
quote unquote American animation of all time?
I need there is no more in Bossing Say to make you discard a card. Like that's what I'm digging for right now. I need to find that one.
All right, then we can come back.
Okay. All right.
Moving on.
Enough magic cards for
now. Would you like to talk MMOs?
Yes, please.
Would you like to talk about one of the last bastions not plagued by crossovers? Oh wait, never mind.
Oh wait, well, sort of. Wait, has WoW ever done a crossover with a non-Blizzard product?
With a non-Blizzard property? No.
Yeah.
No. Mountain Dew. They had a Mountain Dew crossover, but you got a WoW pet that was full of Mountain Dew. You filled it with Mountain Dew. You got a robot, like an engineering robot with a tank on its back, and you filled it with gamer fuel.
Okay. What year was that?
I was in college because I remember.
Oh, so that's pretty old.
Fuel. Yeah, they got us. We bought
that was the gamer fuel.
We wanted to get the pet because we were at the time big into pet collecting.
I mean, I do have a big bird in Final Fantasy 14 because of gamer fuel as well.
Yeah, everything's Blizzard. Because I'm like, well, Diablo, that's not WoW, but that's Blizzard. Yeah, all their crossovers have been Blizzard for them, pretty much. Like, you could make an argument for the motorcycles that they put in game because that was a collaboration with.
Oh yeah, with
West Coast Choppers.
Chopper, yeah. God,
but
just shows
they look like they belong because they're, they did a Horde and Alliance bikes.
That just shows how deep I was in that I watched that. Like that is such.
I didn't. Wow. I did not watch that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you actually went deeper than me.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I was wowed. I was fascinated, and they could do no wrong. And while they were doing wrong, I was still like, oh, this seems fun.
Yeah.
Convincing myself. So Midnight.
Yeah, we got the cinematic reveal and then a bunch of information in a bunch of random places, so much so that players are complaining that influencers got a better announcement than the rest of the public.
Wait, what?
So much information came out after And a lot of the more interesting stuff came from behind closed doors interviews given to influencers.
But then they put those interviews out, right?
The information came out, but like
Yeah.
through YouTuber videos, which like is good for content creators, but a lot of people found it confusing to follow from generally how Blizzard tends to do their announcements.
Oh, sure.
Stuff
No,
is more.
the thing was,
Which I gotta say, as someone who now covers 14 a lot, I just laugh because I'm like, dude, trying to get any info about like what's going on in Final Fantasy 14 is like an effort in futility. Like
right.
Their shit is all over the place.
Well, and like even today, we learned that FanFest is not going to be in August, Las Vegas, and we're maybe next week.
Wait, we did?
Yeah, we did. You know why?
So wait, it's not what? Wait, hold on. That your sentence made no sense. What is it not going to be in Vegas? Is it not going to be in August? Should there been two sentences?
No, that's one sentence. That's all we know is that it won't be in Las Vegas in August.
Could it be in Las Vegas in a different
yes,
month?
It absolutely could be.
That is a shit statement that does not give me enough information.
Yes, but it came as a part of an interview that was on a site I'd never been to before, where Yoshi P said, "This has been such a great interview. I'm going to tell you something. It's not in August, Las Vegas." So
anyway,
it is worth.
World of Warcraft Midnight has been officially revealed.
Yes, in a not so good. I think it's worth saying, like
depending on your opinion.
I think I think you can say across the board that BlizzCon is an excellent place to announce World of Warcraft. Is that a shocking statement? Does that seem odd?
Why would you say something so brave?
Because Gamescom was too loud. Like some of the interviews they had on stages, you just couldn't hear them. The sound mixing was bad. It's
not the first time they've announced anything at Gamescom. I think here's my cook for folks that are like, oh, why didn't they just have like one presentation that really just gave all the information? I'm assuming it's because there's no BlizzCon this year, because this isn't the first time they've made major expansion announcements at Gamescom. They've done it multiple times in the past, but I think they didn't. I don't know. They probably felt rushed because they have no other major stage moment this year to do this. That said, they probably could have had a better blog write up somewhere that just had everything.
Sure, that could be true. I know there is a BlizzCon next year, 2026. They said that.
I'm seeing folks in chat say BlizzCon is dead. BlizzCon is not dead. They have announced that they're doing one next year.
No, I'm just talking about like as a if you are not a professional speaker, and even then, like being in a room that is not your crowd is hard. And I think the devs looked really nervous up there, and it made for a less than stellar ancillary, announcement stage.
I didn't get that at all.
And it just wasn't very well produced, all their side stuff.
Well, what do you want, man? Do you complain when they overproduce their stuff?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I do like the panels. I like the panels at BlizzCon in front of like a quiet, captured audience. I want a chair when I go to a concert. You know what I mean? Like, I want to sit down and absorb the music.
Ugh.
So I think like you do card reveals to like Twitter personalities and give them a card and they can put it up. So I don't see anything wrong with doing the interviews and giving out tidbits during that. But I guess if it's hard to get the information, that's the issue there.
Yeah, all right. I don't. I thought it was fine, but I'm also not as tapped in as I used to be. I don't need to know like the absolute. Like I don't need that. I don't need super nitty gritty detail from my WoW presentations at this point. So I'm like, I don't know, there's gonna be raids, which I hope to see one day, and I want to know what zone I'm going to, and I want to know the flavor. And dude, this is my flavor.
I don't know. I don't have perspective. I know there's something exciting about the number of bosses in the raid, and everyone was like, oh, and I'm like, I don't know what that number means anymore, and why
Not that tapped into WoW rating anymore. Although the Raise the World first was pretty sick. What little I caught of it.
I did see something
Phenomenal
like
ending.
The creator events, like Taliesin and Evitel were doing like a Jeopardy kind of game show thing at the stage. They just kind of kept the stage packed with personalities and people. That was all pretty fun.
Yeah, I was happy to see friends of ours like getting to do some really fun shit on the floor. It was a good time. But
yes, if for anyone who didn't catch the live reaction. Garrett loves this biz. He's all about this, and he called like 90% of it too.
What? No, I didn't. Did I?
Yeah, you were like blood elves and more blood elves, and there's gonna be blood elves, and I can't wait for the blood elves.
Yeah, our little game that we played.
Yeah. You were on top of it.
Well, you know that all I've worked off of what we had to go on, which we know the void is going to attack the Sunwell in the next expansion, and I'm like, I bet you that's what they're going to focus on the cinematic, and I bet I'm going to love it because while I have played a lot of different things over the many years that I have played World of Warcraft, I have spent the most amount of my time in this game as a blood elf paladin. So the cinematic was catnip for me. it was secretly developed in a government laboratory to make me fan out. The only thing missing was like Sylvanas coming out of a rift going, I'm an interestingly written character again. Like that.
I guess Sylvanas is coming back for some reason. That was in one of the interviews.
They are teasing a return of Sylvanas. Yeah. I mean, we're going back to the homeland of the High Elves, which is where Sylvanas and the Windrunner sisters come from. Illyria, which is one of Sylvanas' two sisters, was like one of the main focuses of War Within. So yeah, I'd be very surprised if we get out of this high elf heavy trilogy without any revisiting of Sylvanas in any way. That'd be very surprising.
And just roll undead. They won more. These guys keep losing. They're losing the Void now. They lost to Arthas. You know, they're just blood elves.
Well, I think that's how you flip the script on it here. I think the blood elves find a way to win and actually successfully protect the Sunwell with any luck. The big question for me is like, who the hell came out of the Sunwell? I don't even like realize that happened, by the way, because I'm like geeking out. I'm like, oh, that's sick. Like I looked at chat like the second there was the shot of the hand coming out of the Sunwell, and I'm just like, yeah, the other paladins are here. And then Kyle's like, who's the other paladins? I'm like, what do you mean? It's more blood elves. And he's like, no, look at them. I'm like, oh yeah,
they look like blood elves. They look like a bunch of humans. You know, maybe they opened a portal, dudes,
man.
You know,
I mean, we met a bunch of paladins underground in the War Within. So it could be them. Could just be, I don't know, a bunch of different paladins, like different paladin orders just being summoned from the now defunct order hall from Legion. I don't know. I don't know how the Sunwell works.
It was a very pretty trailer. It like in terms of every moment of painting, there's some nice freaking moments where they slowed it down and squared it up, and it looked good. Other content wise, I'm just not a big Xelatath fan, so it didn't do much for me. But I'm officially checked out of. Yeah. I'm checked out of story on WoW, and that feels nice, and that feels freeing. So I got to enjoy it for what it was in that regard.
Yeah, and either's fine. Like when I started playing WoW, I was checked out of the story. Like I wanted to see what was next for Arthas, and I had to wait 2 entire game releases before they started doing that. So for Vanilla and for BC, I was just playing it because it was just a giant world to just get lost in. And it was vibes, man, and I loved the vibes. And then I wanted the raid, you know, and I just kept stacking interest on top of interest, and eventually Wrath came out, and then suddenly I was like, I give a shit about the story.
Yeah. So. Yeah, those little zone stories, really where it. The one thing that I agreed with the internet on was when that hand showed up. I didn't know I wanted this, but the internet told me that should have been Yrel. I think they're right. That would have been badass. I would have loved that.
Yrel is the kind of a fascist, though.
Oh, really? Oh no.
Yeah, dude. No, she goes full on like scorched earth. By the end of Draenor.
Oh man,
so Yrel would have really, really complicated the heroic vibes of this.
Oh, I like Here's the Storm Yrel, and the Yrel I met back in what was it, Legion, before the planet thing happened, and I got really confused about what was going on.
Yeah, the Yrel's weird. I don't think they know what they want to do with Yrel yet.
Okay, so she's she's in story jail right now.
A bit. Plus, I think we technically have 2 Yrels because of Draenor.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Yeah, no, she legit went genocidal in the fiction of Draenor.
Okay, well, so. I do like Burn the Tree Down Sylvanas, so I think I would have recovered, but I understand why they may not want to explore that story.
They did already, and it sucked.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's not do it again. Let's not do it again
already. Let's not do that. Let's do something else.
It was
anyway, I love the cinematic. Might be my second favorite cinematic under Wrath of the Lich King for me. Like I absolutely adored this.
Nice. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, and if you like WoW cinematics, we got something cooking for you.
Cool.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. I'm so mad at you.
Why? What? Oh, yeah.
Because of the thing we're releasing.
Find out more later. Later.
We got something coming out. Kyle made me so mad.
I was such a freaking baller at Urel, and here's the storm, man. I got good. Those are good times.
You were a proper bastard.
Complete asshole. It was wonderful.
Yep. Just the worst.
I do think, first up, I think we do have to mention this just because it is tied to our next bit of story here. So you can make
really, but sure.
You can make towers in the housing. That was really cool. I was really impressed by it. Like look the way you add rooms here.
Okay.
And then you can tell it put another tall square room on top of it. And you can do floors.
Can you do more than 2?
Yeah, look at he's
holy shit. Yeah, look at that.
And then
I haven't seen
there's a bit of video here where he goes into the tower he's made and he looks up and there's a lot of tower. There's a solid amount of tower in there.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't like player housing is not something I go to MMOs for. And for a long time, I thought that was just like my WoW brain because we didn't have it. I thought, I will admit to cope. I thought I was coping.
Yeah, you're dismissing a thing that
I enjoy it enough in 14, but it's a pretty passive enjoyment. I like going and enjoying people who are passionate about housing. I myself, I made my room. I'm good. I don't need to go any further than that. So this is cool. I don't think I'm going to personally engage in a bunch of it.
I like the idea of what it would add to the quest. I don't know how questified it's going to be. I like the idea of getting Onexia's head, and I did that, and I put it on my wall, and I'm trophy rooming. Obviously, I made my FC apartment room thing, and it's just sat there. Like I don't update it, and I don't pursue when they put new items in.
Yeah,
adding those into the space.
I don't have a big reason to visit my room. And if they gave me more of a reason to visit my room, it would become a Garrison-like issue that I had in Warlords of Draenor. If anyone remembers that, you were secluded and alone, and it didn't feel like an MMO anymore.
Yeah, it had its. For me, it was just the logging in daily. Like I didn't even have to deal with feeling alone. It was just a book of chores.
Damn, this housing looks really cool. Looks like they're doing some cool shit with this.
Yeah, I do need to call out this particular one over the weekend. Come on.
Oh, I saw that. I'm gonna go back for this one. This is legitimately hilarious.
All right, you're a homeowner, so it's my turn to talk. What the F? Seriously, effed up, kind of funny, but also effed up. Effed up on the corporation side, not on the person who made this, who thought it was funny, who probably doesn't have a house either.
We need to help the audio listeners, and we need to help them now.
Okay, all right, help them.
If you're listening on audio only, Kyle has up a tweet from the official World of Warcraft account, which means it was probably AI because they fired everybody and replaced them with robots. This robot has a sense of humor, however, because it's a picture of the player housing that's coming in a future World of Warcraft update with text that reads, "Point of view, you're finally living the millennial dream of owning a home."
In World of Warcraft, it says in tiny text.
Yes.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Thank you for that. Lovely.
Made me laugh.
I laughed too, but I also went, oof.
That is brutal.
Yes, it's classic internet. Classic internet. It makes you go oof, but then you laugh.
Makes you go oof, but you laugh.
Yeah. But that is important. That is important for our next conversation.
Speaking of making you go oof and then laugh, while World of Warcraft is and World of Warcraft players are debating how organized the announcement of their next big expansion is, and oohing and eyeing and theory crafting over who came over the Sunwell because of their new cinematic. Final Fantasy 14 players are completely ignoring the fact that a Monster Hunter collab was announced and infighting about about whether you should mod or not.
Well, first up, the collab is kind of funny because,
How so?
well, because the rules are make a character and get to 100 to enjoy the collab. And so, if you're a Monster Hunter player, you're like, oh yeah, wow, that's really neat. Like, I can't wait to try out monster hunting in Final Fantasy IV. Oh my God, max level. It might, it might take a bit.
That's how it worked in Monster Hunter the other way around with the last collab. It was an end game piece of content.
Absolutely.
So why are you complaining?
I'm just saying it may not be the best advertising vessel for cross promotion. It's a fine collab, but a weird cross promotion.
Yeah, I find it really hard to be sympathetic to that because as a 14 player, so many of the extraneous things that happens in 14 are so locked to low level experiences that it kind of drives me nuts.
Well, let's talk about Mare. Let's talk about Mare.
Mare Synchoros is it's the talk of the town. What was the talk? It is still the talk of the town. The feature itself, the tool itself is past tense because it is no longer online. Thursday last week, word broke that a popular mod tool had been threatened with legal action, and so they were giving their users 48 hours notice that they were going to shut this shit down. And that's just been like the thing. That's been the hot button issue for the Final Fantasy XIV playing public. Those of the vocal Final Fantasy XIV playing public, let's put it that way, because that's how this always goes. There's tons of people who just like don't care and they're not going to talk about it.
Well, aren't aware, yeah.
Yeah.
This is quite the worst kept secret if you even knew there were secrets to be kept in this department. Like when this came out, our Discord exploded, the internet exploded in the Final Fantasy realm. Everyone already apparently knew about this. I knew nothing. And I've only learned more and more as this has gone on. So, Garrett, I have gone full investigative report on this to figure out what the hell was going on.
It's a classic case of, you don't know, you shouldn't worry about this, don't talk about it. And then you look in our Discord and that's all anyone's talking about.
It's all everyone. Yeah, exactly. Don't make drama, knows every drama YouTuber and watched all their video, right? Like same energy, but this has many facets to it. It's an interesting time for this conversation to be happening. It is able to be the focus because it is kind of a quiet time for Final Fantasy XIV, so it's getting a lot more interest. And in general, this tool allowed you to, and I am just going to make a big old, like, I am fathoming this alongside you. All right. A lot of this comes down to small technicalities, this and that's, calling out where someone was fundamentally wrong, whatnot. I will be fundamentally wrong somewhere in this rundown I'm going to give you.
It is the bad faith argument Olympics.
But it's so easy to make. It is so easy to join in on for a number of factors. So this allowed you to join a service so that you could share mods. And something often said when people are wearing mods, using mods in their game is, what's the point? No one else can see it. Well, here's your answer. There was a server of sorts that you could share your mods on. You could subscribe to, pay this person, money perhaps, like a Patreon or anything like that. And that's where this kind of got legal action. There is legal action, no other information. A legal inquiry.
Not even who sent the legal action.
Nope. We don't know.
Like, everyone's assuming it's Square, but we have no way to confirm that that's even the case. Because the person behind this tool didn't specify. They put out a message on a Discord saying, it's over, we're shutting it down. Legal action has been threatened against me. Not going to tell you who. Bye, everybody.
We're assuming a cease and desist from Square. Nobody knows. And that has become fact now. It's not. But it has sparked a ton of conversation because of what is perceived as the content drought and what mods did for content. And then the assumptions and infighting that happens inside the mod scene, the elitism, the exclusion that is happening. Like it is ripping open, you're flipping over the rock and everyone's like, and runs for it. Like it is a whole conversation starter and it's very easy to join in. So, Garrett, when you did debate when you were a kid, they just flip a coin to see who goes first. It can fundamentally change the outcome of a legal proceeding. So do you want to hear arguments for this mod or arguments against this mod first?
Kyle, like Jim Carrey in Batman Forever, I flippantly made a tweet that I thought was humorous and have since consumed against my will hundreds of replies for and against.
Oh, so yeah.
Mods in Final Fantasy 14. You don't need to ask me. I have already had them thrust upon my brain.
I don't use any mods in
reading,
14.
But I could not stop myself. I could not stop myself.
Yeah, you.
Some of the most self-righteous, just like zero self-awareness replies that I have ever read. It was I got like, so you're saying you hate Pancaked so hard. It's like not even,
I don't want guitar lessons.
Not even funny how not self-aware some of these replies are.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I had a tweet that went, it's doing numbers. And it's still going. I just refreshed my Twitter next is like 20 more retweets.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I pulled that up at the start of the stream today. I should make sure I retweet or I refresh that to make sure you can see the real numbers.
Yeah. If you please. My goodness. No, but it's highly entertaining. It's highly entertaining. This is one of those ones. Like I will absolutely cop to. I will admit, it's so easy to tilt me. I guess I can get so easily tilted reading feedback on the internet. I have just been laughing my ass off reading the replies to this tweet. So
there's a lot of dramatic conversation about this, but you still need to pick. Regardless, you need to pick between arguments for or against first.
Are you asking me who I side with?
No. I'm asking you which one you want to hear first in the legal proceedings. In the court of GG.
Shit, man. I really don't care.
Okay, well, first up is just like the people who are invested, the people who cared about this, are saying things like, a long time coming, but still tragic, catastrophic, a massive shift in the community. Like, this is perceived from the inside as absolutely groundbreaking. And I think that's fascinating from an outsider's point of view.
Is this from the for or the against camp?
That's just people being reasonable. Those are the reasonable people in this situation.
In
my opinion, dude, I watched a lot of videos today covering this, and there are people who are upset about this situation.
Yeah,
very upset. All right, so let's do arguments against first then, since that's probably the majority of what you digested. Because
so arguments against generally modding in general. The story is just about this one tool that wasn't even like technically a mod itself. It was a tool to install mods.
Yes.
And specifically like install mods that people in your friend community were using so that you could see usually their character modified the way that they modified them and vice versa. So they could see your character the way that you modified the appearance. Yeah, yes, Ryan is, it's calling it a plugin.
And you'd sort of opt into this and you would opt into which pool of mods you are going to allow your friend group to participate in that as well. And of course so the reason let's do against first, because it's the obvious one. The terms of service say you can't do this. So there's just there's full stopper there. If people want to, slam down, their gavel, there's just a nope. Let's not even talk about this. It's dumb. Let's get that out of the way. Because this is a huge community inside of Final Fantasy 14.
Point is heard. It is against the rules. Cool.
At the moment, Mare is lucky to have leadership.
By the way, it's come up multiple times in chat. We have no idea how it's pronounced.
I heard Mare. You could say Mare. Something about horses as a code word for this. Horse emojis and stuff like that. It's fine.
Well, if that's popular, then Mare would make more sense.
I would say MS, but you're going to think of paint, so I'm not going with that one either. Okay.
Multiple sclerosis, but yes.
The developer of this tool chose what mods would be allowed inside of it. And by
it was you could say moderated, maybe curated would be a better.
It was curated, yes. And to this point, they were lucky that they had good leadership. However, should that have ever changed, this is a backdoor. This installed things on your computer without you really participating in the process. And at any point, you could have had your ID stolen. You could be tracked using this. And people could have put malware and other sorts of nefarious things on your computer.
Do you want me to get out of the way and not bring up any counterpoints? Because it's really hard.
Well, we're in arguments against right now, so you're welcome.
That's why I'm at, like, how do you want to do this? Do you just want me to
play it? Let me know.
Yeah,
what?
That is all true. You installed the damn tool to begin with, so buyer beware.
I agree. You don't need to protect people from themselves. If they brick their machine and you're right, what was the harm?
Yeah.
The harm would be if you had it installed and you were worried about it becoming that. So you wanted better protections for yourself. And that's where it gets kind of messy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some clubs and organizers would require Mare for entry. So there was a heavy exclusion culture building, much along the lines of Deadly Boss mods, where you'd go up to a club and they'd be like, you don't have the mods to enter. Can't come in here. This is a Mare club.
That's probably the biggest argument against for me. That's lame. That is super friggin' lame. Also, probably a big reason why this became well known enough to get hit with the bat.
Seen in the first place, yes. As you put, they don't talk about Fight Club, and Fight Club kept being talked about.
Yeah, I mean that was mentioned in chat a few times when we were learning about this in real time on stream last week. So I can't claim, but that's a great way to put it. And it's worth the first rule.
And it's worth noting, because this tool is taken down, there are tons of others trying to pick up the slack and become the new one. And Square is active in the chat, suspending you and accounts should you be talking about mods and advertising your mod inside the game. in case this whole situation looks kind of egg on face in the first place, don't continue the process of talking about it aloud in the game.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, but there will be consequences. That's the kind of the truth about this whole damn thing.
So this led to, some people have mentioned that this led to a anti-G-pose mentality as well. Of like, why would you even be here? What are you doing taking photos in my lawn, in my virtual housing? Why even, when you can just mod this yourself, just go get a Mare account. Stop trying to G-pose here. Stop trying to make your pictures better. And so this over modding started to come into just normal G-posers line of work, that they should be modding, and they were being pressured to mod more. These codes for joining the certain rooms were in adventure plates. So you'd click on someone's profile and it'd be like, hey, install this so you can see me the way I want to be seen.
Heard about that one a lot. I even got a couple messages that are like, how have you never seen this? I'm like, because why would I look at adventure plates? Like,
there's not a lot of reason to when you're running a Discord.
I primarily play Final Fantasy XIV to engage in battle content and experience the story. Adventure plates really are just not a thing that I interact with any sort of regularity.
Some users have become stressed by learning what emotes, pets, and sweaters are often modded to become lewd things. So in a mod, you can't make something from nothing. If you want a GIMP to follow you around everywhere you go, you use a carbuncle. And the poor carbuncle is one of the most targeted mods in the entire game. That poor critter is transformed into many things And there's a good chance if you're running around as a summoner, someone sees your carbuncle as something very different. The bee's knees dance. The Pope's dance.
That's exceptional.
The Curl Pope does the bee's knees dance. The bee's knees dance is one of the most targeted emotes to be transformed into a lewd action. So when your bee's knees dancing on top of your house because you're so happy you won one, you might be doing something very different up there if someone has a Mare account.
Okay.
One of the ones that
I've yet to hear anything that I should care about.
One of the ones that
it doesn't affect me.
Well, you know, if you want to do the bee's knees dance, you might think about it in the future, here and there.
Sure, that's on them.
It was disrespectful for the devs to have their art painted over. I think that's just a fascinating thought process in today's modern era of it took me 3 minutes and I fixed it. That we have happen all over our cutscenes and our video games today.
Well, there are those of us that find that those type of people obnoxious. I count myself among them. But I also, I also find, for lack of a better term, white knighting just kind of lame.
Arguments for.
Okay.
It's really bad timing for the game. Right as World of Warcraft announces a free house for everyone, role players are the ones holding down the fort.
Saw this one a lot, probably an over-exaggeration.
The opposite over-exaggeration is that they're all free accounts, so get rid of them. I do think there is some aspect of that. Like if I was running servers and my free trial was being used by modders and RPers, I might go, oh, well, that's server space I don't want to pay for. I can clean that up. I can save some bits. People feel censored by this.
That's a strong way to put it. This is why I said that I see this entire thing as the bad faith argument Olympics. Because everyone's arguing, and I think just everyone's taking it too far. And it's just kind of ridiculous and embarrassing.
I think that's...
How can you claim censorship when you're at the start of this argument breaking TOS?
A lot of people are upset because they're being told deal with it because they were just gooning at the end of the day.
That's not the same.
This came up frequently.
I'm censored and being said I'm being accused of being a gooner. Those are two completely different things.
Or taking what you were doing, like wanting to have wiggly ears on your cat, or maybe you wanted your tail to be extra fluffy and you wanted people to see you as an extra fluffy tail individual. Were you gooning? I asked the court, were you gooning?
No. Why are you even asking that?
This is a lot of the conversation that's being had. And there is,
I'm taking issue that you're connecting people who are just like, hey, don't accuse me of gooning. It's not all gooning, and then connecting that to censorship. I think that is just like a bad way to frame this.
Yeah, but there are people celebrating this deletion as though it cleanses debauchery inside the game. That by getting rid of this mod,
I saw a ton of that. It's like I didn't realize that Final Fantasy XIV had such a moral majority populace. It's so hard when you read what is written in gaming communities to not like lump them all together as like the same person, which is why so often conversation and debate in online communities can feel so hypocritical, because when the reality is it's usually not the same person. The person contradicting themselves it's usually not the two same people. But when you're trying to come up with the consensus of how a community feels, it can feel hypocritical from one week to the next. I'm so over the word gooning. Damn Gen Z.
Let's not be. No, let them have it. I repeated things ad nauseum too. Like let them have it. You know, they deserve that one. What did I say? That was awkward. That's not even that bad. Let them have it.
It's just vernacular.
You taught me one this weekend about cinnamon rolls or something. So you know
what
glazing
cinnamon rolls, glazing. Oh yeah, glazing.
Yeah. Isn't that dirty AF?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, I don't know where it came
from. I'm assuming it's dirty AF.
It sounds dirty, but I don't actually know. I just know that it's commonly used now. For over complimentary.
For being excited about something in particular. When to shower it in compliments.
You could make it so much worse.
You could.
You could have used a much more aggressive term if you want to make it dirty.
It's like when you learn that all those songs about dancing aren't about dancing. Ain't nobody.
You're the only person who thinks about that regularly.
Ain't nobody dancing in those songs.
Something about having children has turned you into like a 50s adult. You're just like, y'all know how dirty the songs that aren't dirty. Like, yes, Kyle, we all know it was so obvious. Yeah, it's always been obvious.
It's freaking funny as hell.
The fact that you're just learning doesn't make it not obvious.
No, well, okay. So this one, this one's so interesting to me because it's something that's coming up a lot right now. In fact, there's a comment that I saw on our video over the weekend that just kind of stuck in my head, living rent free, as we said 2 years ago. It was our Gamescom, and someone's like, "Man, I wish they wouldn't just dismiss every fan service game out of pocket." And the particular game,
talking about us,
yeah, because the camera flew at the lady. Went between her cleavage, between her legs. She did a flip and kept running, and then we circled her buttocks a few times while she bounced. I thought that was interesting. And I do dismiss that game because I don't want to be aroused right now. I'm watching Jeff Keighley show me video game trailers, and I don't know.
Explain it.
What?
I can explain. It happens so often in the exact same art style, so they all blend together, and I assume it's another gacha game that is attempting to prey on my thirst for anime characters to give them money. Because they're not setting themselves apart in what I see as any other more unique way.
Yeah, and I want to be better than that. Like, I don't want to dismiss it out of pocket. But to me, the best fan service was the island episode of Last Airbender, where they go to the beach and Asuka's freaking weird to everybody. Like, that's good fan service. It's funny. Situational. Get to learn more about the characters.
But you can't lead with that and advertise like 7 games in the same genre with that same tactic, or it would start to blend together.
Yeah, so it was a weird, just like sharing my psychology, it was a weird experience seeing people say, "No, there's sex in the game and it must be deleted." Meanwhile, being told I dismissed a game because it was too sexy. And so I'm trying to figure out how I feel about that.
That is connected to this whole thing.
Yeah.
And at its core, that's the entire thing happening here. It's a lot of people painting with broad brushes because of past infractions. Well, that's what's happening. And there's I did the same thing with Stellar Blade, and it's not the game's fault that a bunch of content creators got super weird and culture worry behind it. It's not that game's fault. But at the time, I was just like, because of that, I was just like, I'm not interested in delving into this game because of the people using it as ammunition for some weird culture war. I got it, cool. Whether I agree or disagree with it, it's exhausting.
Yeah, and then
I just want to play my game and escape, y'all.
And in that situation, they grabbed the picture of the Stellar Blade character and ran at every other game coming out at the time and went, "This is what they should look like." And that's what made it like, whoa, maybe all games can look a little different. I don't know why we have to put this one on a pedestal. So that, and that built that resistance to those ideas at the time.
I find this whole conversation difficult to have, as evidenced by what I put out on social media. And even if you go check the comment section of the clip that we put up, I put out a tweet, essentially, you can just go to my damn social media and see it if you want to see the actual words. But it came from a place of, boy, it feels like people are being kind of smug towards people that mod right now. And I don't get it, because in my neck of the woods, in my corner of the internet, I profoundly saw comments of people what I see as dunking on mod users. And as someone who's new to this whole thing, it felt like it was the scale was tipped very far in one direction, and it felt extremely self-righteous. And I find this discussion difficult to have, because by virtue of having this discussion, I sound self-righteous.
That's the balancing act, right? It's like, I don't agree with they're all gooning, delete them all. But also, I would rather not have flown through her tits in that moment, having just met her.
All right. I was with you, and now you're just applying the parking brake. We need to move on. Let the conversation flow, goddammit.
All right, moving on. The community wants third-party add-ons, Your Honor. They want improvements to the UI and character creator. Everything is too limiting.
That's fine. This blows the conversation up beyond this one tool. This is now just an argument in favor of mods in the first place, which maybe there's some truth to, but it's inherently against the rules, and you might get caught, and you might have to deal with that, with the consequences. So I personally do not care. It does not affect me. I don't care if you modded my carbuncle. That's on you. I'm glad you had your giggle. I'm moving by to realize that I don't really like Summoner that much.
This is becoming the rallying cry to take their frustrations out on the devs, saying that we should be adding to the game and not removing things. And in particular, a lot of the mod-heavy YouTube videos that went on the subject that I watch were saying, we're making things faster than you can. We're able to make chat bubbles, make better beards for our characters, better faces, better animations than you. Why do you keep removing our ability to do so? And in fact, they're hoping that this maybe can even be that moment where they can break the door open and say, okay, devs, respond to this and say, we acknowledge that you want mods. You can have mods in our game now. We're going to get rid of the TOS.
That's never going to happen. Like, it's just unrealistic. It's just never going to happen. There's some good faith to that argument. Like the fact that they added chat bubbles. Like, yeah, okay, you're kind of right there. People wanted it enough. They added it as an actual feature. This happens in WoW all the time. The difference is that add-ons are allowed. They're starting to push back on that, which I've seen injected into this argument a bit. Like, add-ons are so bad, even World of Warcraft's pushing back against it. I'm like, not real. They're very selectively pushing it back against it, and it's very specifically for combat content, battle content, as you like to call it in Final Fantasy 14. So like I even see that as a bit of a bad faith argument. I'm like, don't bring WoW into this. There's going to be WoW mods until the end of days. They're just going to start trying to reel back very specific types of mods so that they don't need to build their fight design around them, which is entirely different and not even apples to oranges. It's like steak to oranges in terms of the discussion that's being had over here in 14 right now.
This was also an amalgamation quote that came up in several videos I watch. It just feels like they're wasting resources killing their game from the inside out, rather than making the game more content rich and fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'd hit that with the bad faith argument too. It's just like, well, it's always been like this. And from the outside looking in, again, with no horse in the race. But what I've seen from is like, how many times have we watched a live letter where, Yoshi P or someone has been like, listen, just don't talk about it. Just don't
show pictures.
DL.
Yeah, just don't.
Just keep it on the DL. The example I think of was mostly talking about damage meters, which is entirely different than changing how the game looks. But
and you've got things like talking about it publicly inside the game, no less, posting screenshots, using the in-game screenshot tool to take your screenshot that still has the Square Enix logo in the corner. So when you post it to social media, it looks like an official picture with the watermark. Like you're asking for trouble there. So obviously, I have no answer. I have merely presented 2 great teams you can join today, Garrett. Which of these sides do you want to be on? You have plenty of great arguments for the other side. You get to call them names, get to say they're terrible people. No matter which side you're on, you can have an enemy today. Take to social media with your beautiful wings.
I have not really seen anybody actually trying to come to an understanding. All I have seen this week is a bucket of people who just want to win an argument. That is all I have seen. I personally want to pull the car over because I no longer give a shit who started the fight. You're both being unreasonable.
Wonderful. Let's go to emails.
You never brought up review bombing in any of that.
Oh, I didn't. That actually, yeah.
It's like probably the most ridiculous thing from the mod crowd.
Yeah, that was weird. That's not really an argument for or against. That's just what people chose as action to punish.
The anti-mod crowd is using it heavily in ammunition of look at them, review bombing. They're mad for breaking the rules.
Yeah, I've seen so many weird review bombs over the last few years. I feel kind of bad that I was desensitized to that. That was a strange moment for me.
I'm right there with you though, dude. It's unfortunately really common these days.
It's also really easy to sort through because you just open that Steam catalog, you find the big down arrows, you click on it, and you say, "What's this huge red bar?" And then you read synopsis of what happened, and then you make a choice on your informed purchase.
Now you're making me kind of like review bombs because then it makes it easier for me to go back and be a historian and find out when the controversy
because you can be like, oh, there it is. Okay, so that's what happened. But is this happening today? And you can kind of put the story together.
Yeah. All modders don't agree with that. That really, at the end of the day, is like what I've seen is just like everybody is just broad painting. Everyone's just broad painting. And there's all kinds of people, both for and against mods, who are like, whoa, that's not me. The anti-mod crowd are not like, most of them are like, I don't claim the people that jump straight to calling modders pedos. I don't claim those people. But boy, howdy, is there a lot of people in the replies jumping straight to the pedo argument. And then the modders are like, we don't claim the review bombers. We don't claim them. But it's absolutely bonkers to me, man. If I didn't have to talk about it, I would be so entertained. But unfortunately, I have to formulate thoughts.
I mean, we all enjoy a good dumpster fire. We just don't want to see it in our own house.
Yes. This is ancillary enough that I can enjoy it because I don't engage in modding and I don't give a crap if people do.
There's a mod.
I've yet to see any arguments on either side that has changed my argument. I feel like I have literally seen every argument.
Well, now you've seen them both put in nice little buckets, so you can hate on someone.
Let me count. Let me count this real fast. Let me tell you because I have read almost everything. All right.
Okay.
Refresh. All right. Out of 147 replies on Twitter, a negligible amount of replies on Blue Sky because not that many people use that website. And let's go to the Clips channel.
What are you doing?
Let's ignore. So let's just add 147 to 492. So after reading over 500 arguments, Kyle, I can say that I am not moved in my pre-existing opinion that I don't know why anyone cares all that much.
Wow, I'm sure glad I didn't install something that's gone now.
You do you, as I said at the beginning of the clip. I use a mod that lets me save my password. Come at me.
Oh my God. Oh, if I could move on quickly. Everyone move on. It's time for what you played.
What's happening in your actual life, Kyle?
I rewatched K-pop Demon Hunters. That was about it. How you doing?
You had time to have a new experience and you instead
went to rewatch
something you literally just watched.
Yeah, it was good. It was great. It was a great second
viewing. Did you rewatch it or did your kids rewatch it?
No, I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
So you still can't. So I still can't ask you what you think of the Alien TV show.
I pledged I was going to be more honest around here on Discord last week.
Okay.
Because someone was confused about, why doesn't Kyle get up to much? And I said, I do. I'm nervous about saying I rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City for the 31st time on the podcast, so I just say, not much. You know, I didn't get up to much. So I'm being honest.
That's just a synonym for not much.
I'm being honest.
It's just not much with more information.
It was Hollow Knight, K-pop Demon Hunters, and I played around with WoW talent calculators to see if I could make a Drakthir warlock and name him Seto Kaiba. And then I got distracted by checking out Unholy talent calculators and seeing what's going on over there. And I was thinking about maybe doing a Volpira, but they're too floppy.
The Drakthir look too effable. That bothers me.
No, don't worry about that.
There's something about their look that just reminds me of furry art.
They're sleek.
It would be a scaly in this way.
Sure.
They're not monstrous enough for me, Kyle. They're too they feel too engineered to be attractive to humanoid proportions.
Huh. I mean, even the monstrous ones were being drawn effing cars back in 2015. So, just what happened.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. No art style is going to save you.
And to be clear, it's not coming from a moral panic place. I want to be clear. It's just not what I like my dragon people looking like.
It's just going to be.
Well, I learned this weekend that there's a lot of people our age that are apparently big fans of moral panic
call up Blizzard.
Keeping it going.
Thou doth protest too much that the dragons are too sexy.
Yep.
Now we all know.
Yep.
What'd you do this weekend?
Indeed. Watched a ton of Evangelion.
Have you?
I don't think we had started last week, so I've embarked on. This is all in service of my Japan trip that's coming up. And you're going to Japan if you haven't been keeping up. Mostly it was Japan prep this weekend, and part of that ancillary is watching Evangelion, because I turned to Katie one day. I turned to her one day and went, "Honey, I have one request before we go to Japan." She said, "What?" And I said, "I would find it difficult to visit this country without you having seen Evangelion." She's never seen it. She said, "Okay, I don't really like giant robot anime, but we can do it." I was like, sick. I also realized I've never seen the end of Evangelion, which is popularly considered the actual ending of the famous anime, the feature-length edition sequel to the original series. So, I found out it was on Netflix, refused to give them money, and ordered the box set on Blu-ray, because that's the best physical version that currently exists. There's no 4K, sadly, so I don't get to keep my 4K addiction going, at least for Evangelion. And we have embarked. We are 12 episodes deep. We're 12 episodes deep on Evangelion. And it's not really feeling like a rewatch for me. I'm realizing I remember very, very, very little of this, because I have seen it exactly once, and I think I was 20 years old. So it's been almost 20 years since I have watched Evangelion once.
Yeah, when that's when, as a kid, you went, I'm paying attention now. And all your brain juices are going. You do not remember them sitting around randomly having their conversations in Sele, all the little machinations.
Yeah. I remember the time watching it very vividly, because it was a summer. My girlfriend at the time was doing an internship. I was just like alone with nothing to do one summer, kind of bummed. And boy, howdy, would I not recommend watching Evangelion when you're in that headspace.
No, yeah.
But it left a mark, because like it still is day, even with as little as I apparently remember about it. I think of it as one of the single best animated series I have ever watched, regardless of genre. But yeah, I guess I've tried to rewatch it multiple times, because I remembered like 1 through 8, 9, whatever the first episode Asuka appears in.
Sure.
I remember Asuka's first episode pretty well. I forgot about dude just dropping his pants. Completely forgot about that somehow. I don't know how I forgot, because it's also in AMV Hell 3, which I also rewatched over the weekend, because I love AMV Hell 3.
Who drops their pants? I don't remember any pants dropping.
Shinji's kind of jockey buddy.
Oh, yes. Oh,
dude is always wearing the track jacket.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets smacked. And then
he essentially moons her, but from the front.
yes, he dick moons her,
Yes.
as we like to call it. But yeah. I was like, Katie, I think you've seen enough Evangelion that we can watch an AMV Hell, and you might actually know most of the references. And then I remembered that that half of AMV Hell 3 is Azumanga Daioh references, and I'm like, shit, here's another one we're gonna have to watch. Anyway, I digress. I remember 1 through 9 pretty well, and then episode 10 and onward, dude, I don't remember any of this shit. Like, I know I watched it because I know I remember the final episode, because I know it pisses a lot of people off, and I know I like it. I like that final episode of Evangelion a lot. But oh man, it is like seeing this shit for the first time, like legit. Like, I did not remember any of that stuff in 10, 11, and 12. I don't remember like that all Masato episode very well.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Actually, I think that's even before episode 9. I don't remember the magma episode at all.
Yeah, the magma episode. Yeah, with the little
that episode's weird.
The little baby in there, and he's waking up.
I can't believe I don't remember the power outage episode, because that episode's amazing.
Yeah, the one with the crawling eyeball. Yeah.
I guess it is a crawling eyeball. Sorry, I'm thinking about Alien Earth. It's a crawling eyeball in Alien Earth.
Because that's it's why they they got to go get the They shoot up through the eyeball.
I think of it more as a daddy long legs, but I guess it is covered in eyes. But yeah, man, I didn't remember any of that. And then like the meteor angel, where they got to go in Majora's Mask to save the town.
Oh, I love that catch. It's so classy.
It's so good. And like the fact that they don't all catch it simultaneously. And there's so much drama just in the animation. Like, even though there's more episodes after this and they're going to survive.
For some reason they put out that enhanced version where like the thing falls and he catches it. And then like a dude comes out of the top and like starts attacking him and grabbing his hands, like a computerized dude that they just added in after the fact. It's so weird.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like
now it sounds like I don't want to.
It's like an extended edition, enhanced edition. It's freaking weird.
Well, that sounds shitty.
It ain't natural.
Yeah, no, dude, this is gonna blow your mind. Did you know that Evangelion's like really freaking good?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Do you know it's kind of amazing. And not nearly as annoyed with Shinji just being like a whiner this time around.
Yeah, because you're older and you don't want to drive the robot yourself or all that kind of thing. Yeah,
you would understand. Like Katie and I we were having a cocktail one night, and I was just kind of asking her how she feels about it. We were talking about it, and like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe I'm just getting too heady about it, but I'm like, it's like I was trying to explain to her why it seems so novel compared to like the Gundam anime that I grew up on, like your Gundam Wings and your 08th MS teams. And I guess 08th MS team gets into this a little bit, but Evangelion feels intensely anti-war compared to something like Gundam Wing. I feel like Evangelion like focuses really hard on the price of like essentially being a soldier. It's doubled down on for the fact that they're children, like too. It's like even more. It's like so, but like really focuses on like the innocence lost. Whereas like a lot of the Gundam anime I was exposed to was just like everyone's pretty stoked to be in their mobile suits. They're like, hell yeah, this rules. Like, let's go kill people. Whereas in Evangelion, like Shinji, like his life is it's very Lord of the Rings. Like I don't know the history of the author of Evangelion, so I don't know. I don't know if he saw war or anything, but Tolkien was in war, and Lord of the Rings is his way to cope with that. And you read Lord of the Rings or you watch Lord of the Rings, and that really shines through in that fiction. That it's like Frodo is ruined by the end of that adventure, and I see the same shit happening with Shinji. And I was just I just got hyped in the moment, man. I'm like, man, this anime rules to revisit as an adult. Because when I was, at 20, I was just like, what a baby. You got a dope ass robot. Why aren't you excited?
Yeah, everyone thinks you're famous and you don't want to talk to them. Everyone's fawning over you. You're living in a cool situation. You pass off on all that weird shit his dad says and how much he aspires to be in his dad's eyes. I'm very curious to hear your continued adventure.
Dude, same. I'm just like, shit. I know there's like some mega reveals at the end, and I know I know the broad paintings, but I'm like, man, y'all, I don't even remember where the angels come from. Like, so this is feeling very fresh.
Yeah.
The Misato flashback with her floating after the second impact because they're trying to avoid the third, right?
Yes.
So only 2 impacts have happened.
Okay. Yeah. I believe the first one was the one that killed the dinosaurs or something like that.
It's something I don't remember, but yeah, like we got that Masato flashback. I'm like, holy shit, I don't remember this at all. I'm really having a good time, man. It's exceptional. Also, I gotta give a shout out to the Blu-ray version. Even though I'm watching, I'm all on my 4K physical kick. It's only 1080p, but it's a really, really nice transfer. They did a very good job with it. If you pick up the Blu-ray set, that it's just in one little box. I think it's 5 discs, and it includes EOE in addition to the original run. It looks great, man. You can see the sketch lines. It's really nice. I really, really like it. It doesn't look like it's been messed with. They didn't do that Disney thing where they got rid of the sketch lines.
So what do you remember from here on out?
Just the doors open right now. Just that is all Shinji's mom. I remember it's all Shinji's mom.
Okay. So like one of the reveals, as it were.
I remember some shit on a spike. Like I know Adam's important, but I don't remember how. There's that like blinking you miss it. There's the scene where the scruffy dude with the ponytail, the womanizing prick dude, gives an embryo to Shinji's dad. He's like, "This is Adam." I'm like, "Wait, what is?" I thought Adam was the big thing on the spike. Like, what's happening? I don't remember shit, man. It's wonderful. I can't recommend not remembering things enough. Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. And then to tie it in with the entire theme of today, we also had a debate about why does shit that's pervy get called an anime but not in other media. Katie and I had that debate over the weekend. She was teasing me after like the second episode because of some fan service, like Masato fan service in the second episode. She's teasing me about that. She's like, this is why this made such a mark in you in your 20s. And I was like, well, yes, but not really.
Not to revisit the previous conversation, but I'd rather didn't.
And then we watched the premiere of Peacemaker. Peacemaker season 2 just started.
Is that the one with John Cena with the silly helmet on?
Yes, it is probably my single favorite piece of superhero media to come out in the last 5 years. Season 1 was exceptional. It was really freaking good. Anyway, season 2 has there's no other way to say it, an actual orgy scene. They had to have had more than 40 fully nude extras just going nuts. And so literally one day prior, I'm like, just very serious inquiry. Why don't we make these jokes when we watch HBO or Showtime or Stars?
I think it's because there's that many people in a room together being paid, consensually agreeing they're going to be naked and pretending to be in an orgy. And we just assume that we are being showcased one person's fetish in animation. And
I think that's it. And we that was a thing there was a theory that I gave to Katie. I was like, I think we just assume it's more effort to draw someone sexy than to just get naked for camera.
Well, that's an interesting take.
And additional hours put into the effort. Now, I think it's a bit of a fallacy because a lot of people that are nude on camera, they put a lot of time into making sure they look good. But anyway, yeah, I think the fact that it is arted plays a role in it. But yeah, that's my theory. That's my running theory. Also, I think most people haven't gone to art school. But if you go to art school, you realize that most people draw people naked because they can.
Why not?
It's a power.
You can do it right now.
You know, all possess.
Yep. You could get good at it yourself if you really tried.
Yep. Plus, if you're doing it traditionally, you're told that figure drawing is not a sexy thing, and then you're like, okay, well, can I draw?
Can I use these powers?
Can I use these powers for evil?
Not from a Jedi.
Can I use these powers for self-serving purposes? But yeah. Well, Peacemaker better than even the Daredevil and Punisher season. That was more than 5 years ago, which is why I give you that caveat. So I give that. I did really like the new Daredevil. I don't like it as much as the original Netflix run. And I think I still bestow the win to Peacemaker Season 1. That was some good shit, man.
I'll keep it coming. Keep it. I want to hear more.
Right.
I want to hear more next episode.
All right. I promise to do a spoiler cast with you when this is all said and done. Potentially 2. I could be convinced to do an Evangelion spoiler cast and then just an end of Evangelion spoiler cast.
Let me know how many thoughts you have about the original end.
It's kind of blowing my mind, man. And it's so much so that like, I think I can only do about 4 episodes a night. Because like, it's a heavy show. I remembered it being heavy. In application, it's heavier than I remembered. So, yeah. Anyway, that's that.
Emails.
Want to take some questions?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.
You can send your questions to the Ask the Host channel. Everybody gets access to it if you support us anywhere. Twitch, YouTube, Patreon.
Link your Discord.
It's all Gucci. Oh, Gucci. Fjord Explorer typed and asked the hosts on the topic of Evangelion.
Oh.
We have 2 Evangelion questions, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Apparently, just a few days ago, the brand recently announced their newest collab would be, no joke, themed shovels. Eva has a long merchandising history by itself, but more broadly, do you guys have any favorite wild collabs that have taken you aback or stuck with you about the media that you're really into? Recency bias, I think the dumbest thing I've ever seen is Final Fantasy XIV camping gear. That is a slice of a slice of a slice of a slice of pie that I'm not even sure actually exists. I firmly believe they haven't sold a single piece from that collaboration.
I'm not even sure it's out yet either, but that's a different topic.
It's Dawn Trail themed. They don't have, actually, they're slower than hell. They have a ton of time, but better hurry up. We got another expansion coming down the pipeline at some point.
It's such a weird one. Okay, you alluded to it earlier. I watched the Mr. Plinkett Star Wars review that recently went up. Yeah, and there was something I found really fascinating that he said in when you hear the name Palpatine, now you laugh. Even the most serious actor in the world can be like, I met with Palpatine. You'll be like, sure you did. And I found that so weird and funny. And Evangelion kind of does have that problem of like, this is a serious property. What the shit is it doing on a shovel? Why is it in a kid's drink? Like,
I blame a Bridge series for ruining all famous anime. I don't blame collabs for that. And I blame prequel memes for making Palpatine funny, not the Sepulba Pepsi machine.
Yeah, but then you have like Lego. You got your Lego Star Wars that crack jokes about things that happened in the movie that were serious.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lucas himself, like, there's stories, particularly like with Family Guy. Like, I think there was a thing where like Star Wars parodies had to be approved by Lucas. And Seth MacFarlane in multiple interviews was like, yeah, every time we sent anything, he would immediately just approve it. Like, he just didn't care. Like, yeah, we want to make fun of Star Wars in this way. Like, Lucas himself was like all about Star Wars parody. So it's like, I don't know. Cause there's a whole, I love Star Wars, man. It's one of the things I'm like, that still brings me childlike joy. I am very aware of Star Wars discourse. I choose not to let it affect me. But there's a whole camp of like, there's like the Lucas purists, and then there's like there's people who like to categorize Star Wars into pre and post Luke, or during and post Lucas. I don't really worry about that too much. But yeah, if your point is there's been a lot of weird Star Wars collabs, you were absolutely correct.
Well, and more so like,
you could buy a Nissan Rogue with a Star Wars logo on it during the year that Rogue One came out.
Well, and you have these removed things like dinosaurs are awesome. Dinosaurs are cool. I can go to Target right now and buy a juice that has a Paw Patrol puppy with a straw coming out of his head. Buzz Lightyear, straw coming out of his head. The Indominus Rex. Wait a minute. Should a kid be watching it's okay to watch Paw Patrol and it's okay to watch, but what kid is drinking juice out of a pre-made straw that's getting to watch Indominus Rex? Like Like Evangelion.
Where is Oh, you're talking about Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Like that in that particular Jurassic Park, right? Like maybe if you skip maybe the Nedry scene and the basement, like you could show it. That's what happened to me. I was 8 and my parents showed me Jurassic Park, but we skipped scenes. And then I woke up the next morning without them, rewound the VHS, popped it in, and there was 2 scenes I'd never seen before in my life. It scared the crap out of me.
I mean, that's parenting, man. That's a decision your parents made.
Yeah.
Like my dad took me and we saw it in the theater. There's no way around it. Like I saw what I saw and I loved it. And I didn't sleep in their bedroom that night. The year before, he made a decision. I'm not going to pass judgment on it, to watch Alien with me. So I saw Alien before I saw Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park was like child's play. Not the R-rated horror film starring the Chucky doll voiced by Wormtongue. But I digress. Yeah, man. But to a certain degree, I think we've gotten better, man. How many times have we gotten on a random tangent on a stream where we talk about all of the toys based on like really R-rated properties from the 80s?
Yeah,
like
RoboCop, such
toys.
a famous one. Yep.
Who the hell is letting their kid watch RoboCop? My parents, because I was pretty. They didn't really look at what I rented from Blockbuster for the most part. But RoboCop, Predator, Alien and Predator. Jurassic Park was PG-13. That's fairly young and fairly accessible. Like, I don't.
Actually, this might come exactly into our previous orgy anime session, right? Like, maybe I do have like a that was a movie and that had toy lines and the corporations. They all told me this was okay. There was toys, there was juices, but you put Evangelion on a shovel, and I go, well, hang on now. Should that product be there? should we be taking this boy's psychological journey and making it able to dig? I don't know. Was his mom really good at digging? Is that why we need to how'd this get there?
I don't know.
So I would say Oscar the Grouch selling lettuce right now. That's just weird. I don't think Oscar the Grouch knows how to grow lettuce. I know they're both green, but he's a trash monster. And I kind of don't want to eat the lettuce when I see him on it.
Spaceballs, man. Merchandising.
Yeah.
All about the merchandising. Spaceballs, the sweater. There were Evangelion eye drops. Yeah, now that you've mentioned Star Wars and you made me think about the Nissan Rogue one, I'm going to just go with all themed vehicles. Like, they've had multiple Black Ops Jeeps over the years. Like, who's such a big Call of Duty fan that they're buying they're putting themselves into a new car loan so they can have a Black Ops logo on their Jeep? Something they could do with any Jeep if they just bought a sticker.
Yeah?
Like, why? My God.
And you were telling me about like the custom window decals. So you buy the window replacement from the actual dealership so you can get the custom decal with it back.
Yes. Most enthusiast vehicles these days have some sort of Easter egg on one of, if not multiple windows. Because there's generic versions of windows when they get cracked and get them replaced. And they have found that they make more money when they include an Easter egg because the owners want the Easter egg on their replacement window. I don't have a cool one. Mine just says Ford. But yeah, there's like the F-150 Raptor has a raptor on the windshield.
So what's yours? Mine's Oscar cool. The Grouch selling lettuce.
Themed vehicles. The Star Wars Nissan Rogue, the Black Ops Jeep. Like, that's so ridiculous. There was a Gundam Toyota Auris. Oh, man. Will it never end? Tiniest Tankaroo said, now that Silsong is out, any plans to ignore it because Godra plate is full?
I'm going to ignore it because I want to be the first one. Luckily, it's an indie game, so it won't be terribly expensive, and it'll probably go on lots of sales in the future, and I'll enjoy it someday. It's nice. a weird experience. Like, that character shows up in Hollow Knight, and I have a reverence for their arrival that is not my own. It's the rare one, the one that'll never happen. Wow.
Yeah. Ham asked how it's been revisiting Evangelion after so long with an adult first-time viewer alongside. I've struggled a bit to return. because it does have an element of teenage boy angst that I no longer am able to sympathize with. I go the other way on it. I think my teenage angst made me unable to sympathize with Shinji, and I think it's a lot better as an adult because I do sympathize with Shinji.
Yeah, I just thought the adult parts were kind of boring, and I wasn't paying too much attention. We're talking like Matrix 2 is pretty decent era. Like, I was there for the fights. And
I still like Matrix 2.
I'd still fast forward to the fights. I wouldn't watch the car chase anymore. I never really like that one much, but I like the
not a Cadillac CTS fan.
I like the one where he beats all the Agent Smiths with a pipe. You know, that one's great.
There's a ridiculous name for that. What is that? What is that fight called?
It has a name.
Yeah, it has a really dumb name.
So like, because I reference it offhandedly so often, I need to give it an official title.
Oh God, it's like
Many Smiths.
Oh, what is it? Chat, does anyone know the official name? The Burly Brawl.
Oh, the Burly.
Official name for that fight scene is the Burly Brawl. I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I remember like kids in school referring to it as that because I think like the special features referred to it as that. I'm like, why? Why is that the name? That's the dumbest name. Burly. I was thinking Brawly, like the damn Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah, the guy looks like broccoli. That's how I remember his name.
They're all named after vegetables.
Wait, is Burly
notice that?
Is Burly a vegetable?
Vegeta is literally a vegetable.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Goku's real name, Kakarot, is carrot.
Yeah.
Like there's a shit ton of Raditz is Goku's brother. A radish reference.
Yeah, radish, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, they're all freaking vegetables, man. DBZ is vegetables all the way down. So
if you like that fact, you'll enjoy
Evangelion the shovel. Oh my goodness. Let me see if any of the supers or membership messages are on topic,
okay.
Kyle.
Okay. Yep. Include them in the podcast if that's the case.
SRX of Chaos used their 26th month message to say, my hot take, I think Evangelion is completely mid and overhyped to hell and back.
Sure.
I'll let you know on the other side. I know a lot of people think it's been ruined with constant remakes and stuff, but that doesn't sound like that's where you're coming from.
That's why I've taken so much recently to saying overhyped, not over-reviewed, because you do need to like balance out hype, because hype is also a controlled resource by movie makers to make you see bad things sometimes too. Like my Hollow Knight experience. I had to own that back, and it would have been very easy for me to be guns ablaze and middle fingers out. Hey, Hollow Knight with its stupid knockbacks into lavas and dumb hit detection and just like stupid
all
game.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you have to like, ooh, and I do think you can take Evangelion at face value, but man, I understand that. That's tough.
I'm loving it. Maybe I'm overreading into it, but I'm just really enjoying my time with it. Like I put the phone down, I turned the screen over so I can't see any notifications, which was a requirement after my odd tweet. And I'm just getting lost in it, man. Cause like I think I'm overreading into it, but I'm just having a good time overreading into it. I'm like there's I don't know, man. It's a good watch. I'm enjoying like everything about it, every angle. I think you can watch it just to appreciate the animation and have a great time because holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
There's so much custom animation. I've been having a running gag with Katie where I start talking like a fake art director. and I've been doing a bit where I talk like a fake art director and then I call in response with a stressed out animator. Because there's so many little things where it's like, you just didn't need to do that. You did not need to put that effort in. There's so many custom background paintings that get used for 2 seconds and then you never see it again. I've recognized recycled animations maybe 3 times, and they were all in an episode. They were in that Masato episode, and they used the recycled animations to show how her days differ depending on if she's like called into action.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the.
It's using the recycled animations to tell its story. Like it's part of the. It's so well crafted. And the sound design's amazing, and it's a reason I turned it off of Japanese, because they do a lot of background announcements, and so the screen is just nothing but subtitles, and I don't know what to focus on. But it's so good, and like the cicadas going, and there's cicadas in Florida right now too, so that's also hitting. Everything is hitting, dude. It's really freaking working with me. But I think you can tackle it from any angle and have a good time. But you also you don't have to like it. You know, it's totally fine. I'm totally bracing for Katie not liking it, because just in general, she just doesn't really give a shit about giant robot anything. But she's enjoying it well enough. I think she's enjoying just the kind of the character dynamics. It seems like it really came online for her once Asuka got thrown into the mix.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
In those first every episode, Ray barely talks. She's like barely a character. She's just kind of just there. More a foil to guilt Shinji into piloting the robots.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
I know some. I remember some of the Ray shit, man. Like I remember. But yeah. Danners said, learning the draw right now, and yeah, realistic airsoft replicas make great references. Japan has some great airsoft stores. I have seen that. I watched some Akihabara shopping videos this past weekend, and dude, airsoft is just everywhere there.
Maybe that's why there's such a good song for it in Persona 5. Freaking love that song. That is my
probably.
get to work song. Oh, so freaking the gunshot music's so good.
Hand, thank you for the super. In addition to the question, I don't use the Medion site much more, but when I do, it's lurking to see Garrett rage bait and call people out. I was not rage baiting. That was a legitimate thought. I was just like, why? Why are we dunking on mod users so much?
Wait, what? What are we talking about?
It's my tweet that went semi-viral.
Oh, Twitter. That's the joke.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed it.
I was not intentionally trying to rage bait. It was. I probably shouldn't have used the word all. In retrospect. In retrospect, I probably should not have used the word all.
Wait, you're talking about why do all non... Oh, go up.
I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I think that is the crux of the...
You gotta... You understood the assignment, man. Like, I know you. I know there's probably some vile shit in here that I haven't seen because I wasn't.
I
wasn't tapped in.
List. He was going so hard with the yeah.
I mean, at that point, like, just like, why even type it up at all? You know, if you're gonna dissect it that hard, I think it's a beautiful.
This tweet found like legitimate religious zealots, dude. That's the level of unhinged some of these replies are.
Oh,
but yeah. Yeah, it's nuts. I've never had a response like this. I've said that Horshafon is the least effective death in Final Fantasy XIV, and I've caught less flack than this.
Nobody rolled out, but here you go.
Yeah.
Are these vampires too from some movie?
From Twilight.
Oh, these are Twilight vampires.
You'll have to tell me what vampires from Twilight they are, because I only know it from the trailer.
I've seen them all once in theaters, no less, but I do not remember. I do not remember enough of Twilight.
Oh my word! It's been a moment, man. I've had an experience. It's my own doing, but I've had an experience. Kura Super, I'm surprised that it didn't run well on Switch, because I played a lot of Elden Ring on the Steam Deck and it ran decent. Have you tried Elden Ring on your Steam Deck yet?
Yes, not for a long period of time, but it did do fine. It didn't like being paused and as a battery hog. But
okay,
it was okay. Night Rain crashed quite frequently on me. But I also had a Hollow Knight crash, and that's a pretty low fan intensive indie game. So the ability to randomly close it, like a DS, and be like, slap, pause my game, is an amazing feature, and sometimes it just goes wrong.
Yeah. Sylvanode said, some people I know didn't care about mods until they found out about Mare or Mare. To be fair, it was really neat tech, but don't ask me how I know. No one would ask. Silver.
No,
just keep it out of your adventurer plate.
Dude, that's the cool thing about it, is that was the dream of modding for so long. Like, why can't I want you to see me the way I am? And experience what I've put on my machine. And the fact that you
Yeah.
could opt into it is a really freaking cool idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And then true statement from Evane here saying the only thing I heard about 14 mod drama is exasperation over 14 mod drama. The whole thing hurts my head too much.
Yeah,
That's I will admit this is mostly recreational for me. But I am there's also a healthy chunk of legitimate desire to understand.
well, and for me, as I've said many times, I love a burning garbage pile. I will vacuum that front lawn as long as I need to see what's going on next door.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is always right now when I turn around and y'all are talking about it in my house, and then I go, "Hey, what's going on over here?" "Oh no, Kyle, you don't need to know." It's like, no. I get to know now, and now I know. Now I know.
Dingleberries right now, super. The main thing I got from him talking about Evangelion is that Garrett needs to watch Zeta Gundam because who boy, if you think Eva is anti-war.
You could just rewatch Avatar: Last Airbender if you're looking for some anti-war.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that are quite anti-war. I have never seen any of them. What the hell is Zeta? This looks old, but the design of this mobile suit is very unique. I have never seen this in my life. Huh. Oh, they got that 70s hair. This must have been an early one. I mean, again, I love OATMS team, and I would chalk that up as anti-war. But everyone's pretty hyped in the beginning of that one. everyone's pretty stoked.
Everyone's pretty into it in the
murder
first
some
half.
people in the beginning of that. In the beginning of that one. OATMS team has an arc. OATMS team has an arc. The Gundam Wing is just like, hell yeah, let's go kill people, except Katra, who cries and then kills people. You know, he has a moral dilemma, and then he still goes and murders people.
It's what we're all there to see. That's the essence of a kung fu movie.
He did such a
after
good job in the English dub voicing the character of Katra as a pacifist. He did such a good job playing a pacifist that he was then cast as famous anime pacifist Light Yagami.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah. Really like that voice actor. Does a good job. Voices some of my favorite characters in English dubs. Anyway, let's bring this to a close, and then we'll get to the after show and catch up on the rest of the messages and everything, shall we?
Sounds good.
Wonderful. I want to shout out, obviously, our wonderful patrons. Next week starts Grinding Gears Patreon-a-thon, where we want to mention Patreon. We want to just be better about mentioning our Patreon. That's pretty much, and we're going to stream more. That's pretty much all it boils down to. But go support at bromance.com. We really appreciate it. And if you're already over there supporting, double check and make sure you don't need to update your payment info, because as I checked, I think there's like 20% of people.
It happens.
It's insane. Yeah. And I've been very bad about
Yep.
I usually a couple times a year, I'll usually send reminders like, hey folks, check it. But I've been bad about that this year. So anyway, we're going to be, again, starting next week with the exception of Labor Day. 4 days a week streams. Podcasts will be coming to you on Wednesdays, Manderville Mondays every Monday, on Expedition 33 on Tuesday, Thursday, podcast on Wednesday. All of this kicking off the Grinding Gear Patreon-a-thon starting next week. Thank you to our recent patrons, Nick S. and Lady Ophelia Stormslayer, if that is your real name. Honestly, if it is, that is awesome. That is freaking awesome. And of course, we have a level of support that you can give us where we will thank you at the end of each and every episode of the podcast and in credits on our videos. And that is our legendary level backers. So a huge thank you to Sean B, Cheesy Bob, Lost Mythics, Zervon, Compside Jedi, Pothy P, Bloodsy, Von Snugglegore, Avane, Shinny Geo, Nicholas C, Jerry T, Sean and Jen, Vernacular, Ham, Brom, Vasilius, and KLG Chaos. Thank you very much for your generous support. And of course, shout out to Doghouse Systems Gaming PCs. Kyle uses one. I use one. They have a website at doghousesystems.com. If you use the code BROMANCE, you're going to get a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD for your trouble, and you'll support us. So again, hey, you in the market for a new PC? Check out doghousesystems.com. We appreciate them. Thanks for using our code. Other than that, you can see me inciting the masses on social media at Garrett Art. Kyle can be found at Kyle Ferguson. We'll be back tomorrow if you're watching live with Date Everything. Shout out to our patrons at the epic level and above for suggesting and then voting on what we play for this month's Patron's Choice.
Looking forward to that.
I am being attacked by a scared dog because it is thundering. Until next time, get in the robot, Shinji.
Take care.
Oh, are you scared? What?
Is there a storm? It rained so much this weekend. It was so cozy. I love that.
Oh, my yard is a mess.
It was so
it's
beautiful.
Too wet to mow, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
I bet. Well,
Brave one, you're not supposed to be scared. I love you, honey. Scared. I'm just gonna puppy talk. A puppy. Sorry.
Yeah,
everybody.
no, it's important. You know, the podcast record is now over. We're in the after show. It's important to address our animals.
Now we can talk about truly controversial subjects.
Like,
I don't
dogs?
know what Disney Star Wars do you like? Because that'll make that'll.
Oh,
that's guaranteed to
Mandalorian.
make
Yeah,
somebody
Mandalorian is
mad.
freaking awesome. I freaking love it.
even
I was
the-
watching that week to week.
It was good shit, man.
Mandalorian
Good shit.
was
They were
fucking
long
slap.
enough episodes to go week to week.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to Britty Tritty over on Twitch. Thanks for the Prime. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you for that.
Much appreciated. And let's see the rest of these questions that we missed. I'm also now seeing that we got more things than Ask the Host. Sorry, I missed that, everybody. I pulled questions before the show. And
No, let's see what's in there. Let's see what's in the
yeah. Let's see. We got what's your favorite thing you picked up from a con?
Horde
That's
flags.
crit.
It was a small like mom and pop place that sell little tiny flags, and there was one that said PvP, and there was a little Horde flag, and that was like just to have artifacts from World of Warcraft in like 2006 when there wasn't merch and stuff. Like it just felt so real.
I have a Terran and a Zerg shot glass that I got from MegaCon.
Yeah.
And that was my shit. Still have them. Haven't broken them. Hell yeah.
The other thing actually came up last show. I had a Unit 1 action figure that I played with until it broke, so I do not own it anymore. It was trash. It was not well made, but I played with it so much.
I was not sorry, I gotta take these headphones off. They're like applying too much pressure in my ears. I remember being mad that I wasn't playing with toys when I got an anime because the DBZ toys looked cool.
Yeah, I like toys I wanted psychic powers so I could move the toys more freely as I got older, because I became frustrated with them.
As you got older, you wish you had psychic powers.
Yeah, because I wanted to play with them more. So that's why I got into stop motion for a good 4 years in high school. That made me popular.
Oh man, dude!
But
you have the best. You have the most entertaining form of Arrested Development.
What's that? What?
I'm just you're just immature enough where it's entertaining and not concerning. Like, it's great. It's great. And I say that as someone who I think matches you.
Yeah, no, I know what I like and I like what I do exactly.
Yeah. I graduated from playing with toys to playing with lightsabers. That was the really nerdy shit that I hoped no one caught me doing in my teens. Got really good at spinning those things. Let me tell you. Spin a lightsaber. Oh, dude, I've been getting ads for those like not licensed lightsabers that are battle ready. Oh my God, I want to so bad.
Interesting. I'd Google it, but I know that would dominate all my searches for.
There's a couple competing brands out there, but yeah, I've been getting one of them in particular lately, and they advertise their battle sabers by turning them on, stepping on the blade, and then bending it sideways to meet them, and then they let go of the foot, and it just springs back, and it's like fine. And I'm like, I want one.
Damn. Okay.
Well, actually, I want two, but yeah.
Oh, that's kind of.
You sell them at your shop? Hell yeah.
That's not neat.
Hell yeah, Starflame. Yeah, dude, I want two of these things so freaking bad. They look sick. They look like a good time. Great way to waste a few $100. Just light it on fire.
Yeah, my big thing is like I just want that D&D table so bad. The with the little leaves, I think you call them when you expand a table.
Yeah,
but you can make it a normal looking table.
I mean, at this point, I just more than anything, I want a warehouse. I just want a warehouse. On a warehouse where we can do some really dumb shit.
Get up and move more.
I missed the Dawn Trail set, but it's just like We're not exclusively covering Dawn Trail anymore, but it'd be nice to still have it in a corner somewhere.
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, no, I've been thinking, there's ways to make this studio a little bigger too. Been thinking about that myself, but all things in time.
Yeah, my they always say don't compare yourself to people on the internet. There's no one I'm more jealous of than Red Letter Media. I want a warehouse so freaking bad. Just a giant cavernous space to do truly stupid things that nobody asked for inside.
It's a dream.
Yeah. Let's see here. Tamlin. Silksong is real. Also, howdy. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, Tam. Hope you're doing well. You're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm very curious about Silksong. It seems like it all seems like such a hardcore game. Dark Souls players are so loud about how much better they are than everybody else, but here you all are being quiet, playing a pretty hard game just to yourselves, like not bragging about it on the internet. Are there not enough Metroidvanias being made every day that you can rub it in everyone's faces? Like the love of Silksong is truly a marvel from the outside.
It's like mostly 2 people, right?
Well, and it was supposed to be like an alternate character in the original game, and then they were like, "Well, that was our Kickstarter. Bye."
I mean, technically, they're making good. They didn't say it'd be a second character in the same game. It is a second character, but yeah, I don't know. It seemed like people love it, man. It just seems like it's a darling.
Yeah, or sometimes you look up something on YouTube and you're like, well, hey, why is my tire light on? And you're exposed to the multi-million-dollar organization and industry that is car YouTuber, and you're like, what the fuck? This just exists. This just exists right under all of our noses.
Well, it's not a surprise to me, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like what other things like are out there that, like Warhammer would be one too that can seem very quiet from the outside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that was like me, researching what to do in Japan and then being exposed to like these mega YouTubers and streamers that do like, I feel like I don't know if there was a fame making content about living in Japan. I know that's the case for Chris Broad. I don't know if that's the case for his extended rogues gallery of streamers that he's friends with. I don't know how Connor got big or which eventually it's like, so now I'm exposed to like these. I have a lot more knowledge about uber famous streamers that just before I just never. I'm so in the MMO like pocket, and we're just always going to be a certain size.
Yeah,
there's some very, very, very big MMO streamers, but they're like the exception and they're not the rule. So it's not the content I consume for the most part are from more modest sized creators. So it's been fascinating getting exposed to that. Akara, thanks for becoming a member during our ridiculous 2-hour tirade. Appreciate you. IRL Rabbit said close enough. What is it? Are you weighing in on the pronunciation of Mare?
No, that was 110. So it would have been right after we started.
Yeah, I don't know. On that
I'm not sure what we were close enough about anymore. I'm sorry.
At Grinding Gear, IRL Rabbit, fill us in. The sundered context of your message. Kodar, thanks for the super earlier. Getting here a bit late because I had a fiasco trying to upgrade my CPU this weekend, but that ultimately left me without a PC until just now, and no actual upgrade done. Double check your sockets. Chat.
Oh, no. That's
scary shit.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's some scary shit.
It's a shame that happens.
Yeah,
I've loved building a computer. It was an intensely rewarding experience, but it was also one of the most nerve-wracking things I've done in my life.
Yeah, I'm not personally a fan of it. I like installing hard drives. I'll install hard drives all day.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the CPU. I used to be totally fine with GPUs, but now they're so goddamn expensive and they're so heavy that I'm worried I'm gonna like snap off
they're big.
The slot.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. Alan Tranum, thanks for becoming a member during all of this. Appreciate you. Team Aurelian said, I completely missed my milestone message. My membership renews again in a week and a half. Lol. Have fun with Date Everything and Expedition 33. I might.
Mostly.
Traveler said, Manderville Mondays are now what I live for.
Join us, won't you?
I'm certain you have more to live for.
Absolutely.
I'm certain.
Happy to add to the cornucopia that is your life.
Yeah. Zico supered submitted my latest competition piece this week. Learned a different type of freehand skill to put lava on the armor.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Well, best of luck, dude.
It's fun getting
Hope it goes
better
well
at
for you.
things.
What was that?
It's fun getting better at things.
Yes. I don't know why I Like I had to think about that first. Like, what a controversial take. I can't believe you think it's fun to get good at things. Hold up. Doing a thing here. Doing a thing here. Metallic. 31 months said he asked for a 13, but they drew a 31 months. I understand that reference.
What's the reference?
It's an Offspring song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty fly for a white guy, Kyle.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you not thought about lately?
I know the Weird Al version way better.
Pretty fly for a rabbi?
Yeah, that was pretty fly for a rabbi.
That was in AMV Hell 3.
Oh. I've never watched an AMV
They
Hell.
drew the cross gun friend Trigun. They drew over it to make it look like a Star of David, and they had that character from Trigun, whose name is eluding me. They lip synced it to the Pretty Fly for a Rabbi song. Yeah, yeah. You know, the good old back when the internet was simpler. Also, I noticed one of the skits, Kyle, because it's on YouTube now. Back in the day, I watched AMV Hell by torrenting it.
Well, naturally.
Right. It is now readily available on the internet. So one of the skits was entirely muted. Completely muted.
Oh, because of
Not
the
a sound to be heard.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a collection of a bunch of stupid little overdubbed skits, and there's a lot of copyrighted music being used.
Yeah.
So I have to imagine that one of them was like not even asking for ad share, but threatening a copyright strike. And they were like, fine, we'll just mute the damn thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of old videos like that where you're just in the middle of it and it starts. Or even worse was when it was part of the previous YouTube's free music and then it was removed and then they go back and try to strike that.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. It's a shame.
I've been filling out so much copyright paperwork as we play through Final Fantasy old retro games because a lot of pixel musicians try to claim it.
Yeah, they do, which is really shitty.
It is. I know the verbiage. I know.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing that.
I've done this song and dance before.
Fidgel, thanks for the 30 months. This is what they did to my stomach when I had my hiatal hernia fixed. Wait, what? Something specific we were talking about?
1 minute 40. Wait. Was it because we were watching Resident Evil footage and someone got stabbed? What?
That's what you're.
Was it Mortal Kombat?
Oh, the Pokemon. Oh, the fish.
Oh,
Vitrabell.
Wow.
Oh man. Wow. Oof. Hernias have come up a lot in my life just over the weekend. I heard one of my friends was in and out of the hospital because the fix didn't stick. We were furniture shopping and the dude trying to sell us a couch wanted to talk to us about his hernia.
Oh, great conversation starter.
A lot of hernias going on right now.
Hippo with a hernia from Lion King, if you watch Lion King.
Well, Fitchell, I hope you don't need to go back to the hospital like my poor friend. Was released and then had to go right back. That's no good. It's never what you want.
May you buy your couch unhustled.
Unhustled. We were fairly unhustled. It was wonderful. We haven't made a decision. I think we know what couch we're gonna get. But anyway, yeah. Where did I leave off here? I appreciate the return of lesson subtype to MTG, said Christopher Clayton. I'm not from. Whoa, cat is being crazy. Dexter, what the shit, dude?
Let's see. Scryfall. That wasn't a set I played.
Lesson MTG spell subtype exclusively on sorceries and instants. It was introduced in Strixhaven School of Mages.
Okay.
It's closely connected with the learn mechanic. Okay.
Oh, you may reveal a lesson card from outside the game and put it in your hand. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this one. That is
that's
cute.
neat.
Yeah, so you could kind of have a sideboard going. That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Kind of a way to the Hearthstonification of Magic. You know, like a lot of Hearthstone cards can just like do crazy shit because it doesn't need to be in your deck.
Yeah, well, that was they started doing all that stuff with the sideboard too around that time.
Yeah. Just Bloom said, went to Gamescom and the WoW stand was just empty. Nobody was at the merch and there was no line on Friday afternoon. Honestly, at BlizzCon, the WoW demo is usually like the easiest thing to get in and try.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. No one ever like people were like, oh god, look at Diablo 3 through whatever. Oh, it's empty, big scandal. But it was so quick, and Warlords of Draenor was the only one that was packed at BlizzCon, as I remember, because that was the character upgrade, and everybody wanted to go play with the new look.
Yeah, because it's like the opposite of what they do at FanFest. FanFest, they don't bring nearly enough computers, and it's like a mad dash to have the privilege of maybe having a chance to actually try the demo. But it's also like battle content demo, which is not usually what they do for the WoW demos at something like a BlizzCon or Gamescom. It's usually 1 or 2 zones that you can just go and explore.
Yeah,
expansion,
and it was
maybe the new class if there's a new class, and there's not a new class. So that's another reason I wouldn't expect it to be particularly busy.
And it was kind of it was an odd experience too, because as the years went on, they started, storifying their questing. So you were suddenly in like zone 2, sitting in the middle of BlizzCon. Everyone's, running around, having a great time. You're missing out on some time with friends. You're like, hey, I want to try WoW. And you sit down and Khadgar goes like, hero. Yes, make your way down the hill. Good job. And you're just like, who am I? What are my abilities? Where the shit is anything? What's going on?
That's the other thing. I always just kind of hated demoing WoW.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I going to do? Sit here and set my bars? Like, if we were a media tour, I was like, oh. Media tour would like, thank God we had all day.
Well, yeah, and like I didn't have my gaming mouse either at Media Tour. Like same thing happens on the show, but you just don't want to do it on WoW either.
Yeah, no, WoW was like always like a safe bet. Like if you just wanted to play something, you could always get into play WoW at BlizzCon. Like it was always the shortest line. Overwatch, man. The year they announced Overwatch, that was a long effing line. And you and I had press passes, so we had access to the press room. But everybody who had press passes were still waiting in the GA line because you wanted to play with other people and against real people, and you wanted it to be competitive. So we were like, it didn't matter that we had our media passes. We were all just waiting in the long line with everybody else because you wanted to play with an actual lobby.
StarCraft was also really short after opening year. Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite memory of ever having a press pass at BlizzCon, besides the first time I've ever seen Chris Metzen, was being at a urinal next to him. It's just weird. That is just like a thing that can only happen.
That
at
happens,
BlizzCon. And I didn't say shit.
Good on
because I'm not going to be that guy.
Good
I just
on
went, oh wow, that's weird, and I went about my business and washed my hands and left. But my favorite was the year they announced Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Was playing it up in that was like their auto chess. They still have it, but if folks aren't aware, is Hearthstone auto chess or whatever the League of Legends thing is, Teamfight Tactics. And being up in the press area, playing it and winning the lobby, and like the second the win thing comes up, somebody way over in another corner of the room stands up and goes, "Who the fuck was the Murloc?" And I'm just like, it was me.
That was just fun. That was a fun one.
Good shit, man. It had LAN party vibes. It was fun stuff. This BlizzCon, and honestly, FanFest did not scratch that for me because you have no control at all over actually getting to go and play anything while you're there.
No, but FanFest is way more like community driven. It was a very, very different experience.
Yeah. Overall, like I prefer just hanging out at FanFest to a BlizzCon. Although once you leave the floor, I would probably prefer BlizzCon because I think Anaheim is more fun to hang out in than off Strip Vegas.
You're already in the middle of where you want to be when you exit the Anaheim
Yeah.
convention.
So it's all weighing the odds. Let's see here. Still going through. Y'all were chatty today, y'all. Thanks for hanging and for being generous. Let's see. Qatar said, again, some of the mods are pretty unrepresentative of the game or plastered all over social media as if they were real. Yeah, but my brain goes to why it's not my job to care about that. Like, if Square wants to care about that, they can, and they do at times care about it. Like, I think it's kind of cringy to police on Square's behalf. I recoil from Notice Me Senpai energy, Kyle.
Yeah, defending the corporation. For me,
who cares?
Comes from a very Mamma Mia, you're in trouble sibling vibe.
It is big. Excuse me, teacher. Are we gonna hand in our homework?
Yeah, you just kind of learn to be cool and say, and don't ask if the teacher forgot.
Like, I was a lame kid. That's a level of look at me. I follow the rules that like I can't abide.
And
it does not endear me to your argument. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying that if you think you're gonna win me over with that, you're not going to get very far.
And this is, of course, very much from the perspective of I didn't even know this was happening. So you, by having this conversation kind of broken open, you enter into a space where everyone already assumes you are deep in this, which made it that much more the outsider situation. I was a hall monitor for a bit. I was pretty cool.
Isn't this situation more the teacher asks for homework and you're amused that the person you told homework was due didn't do it? Yeah. Actually, that's pretty fair.
You can advance the situation.
That's pretty fair. But yeah, it's interesting. The wildest responses I have seen, at least in my tweet, which is being like, why are we acting high and mighty? Is I got a surprising amount of replies that aren't even refuting it. They're like, yeah, I am mighty. And that's their response. And I'm like,
oh,
okay. Huh. I don't know what to do with the good on you for knowing it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a modern take on things. That's fair. I dig it. I'm going to be honest, I've had no clue what's been happening this entire time. It's been a blast at Luthrinus. Thank you for the 28 months. This is one of those days where I'm like, we just need to like type in what we're talking about as we talk about it.
Oh, you in the screen here? Yeah, make sure.
We talked about a lot of different topics
today. We did.
Yeah, more so even than usual. Aleph said, friendly reminder, the 14th summer event ends today, 20 minutes long, cool glam reward. Tomorrow, the Rising event starts. I got to get this posted.
Yeah, I do plan to bust it out. I want my swimwear.
You know, Kyle, you could just mod and have as much swimwear as you want. If you want more information, can I direct you to my adventurer plate?
Then you're getting into the I want to own the official version, which is not related to this conversation at all.
I am that way about some things.
Yeah, but some things I do not care.
I don't. Yeah, I used to be more of a like, yeah, I'll just get the knockoff, and then so many knockoffs broke. Then I'm like, there's a lot of things in my life where I'm like, nah, I kind of want the official version.
Yeah.
And in at least in real life, if I buy a knockoff knife, that Henkel brand isn't going to knock on my door and confiscate all my knives.
Take all your knives. Yeah, take all the knives you've ever collected, your whole drawer.
Yeah. You are in fact playing with fire in that way. But oh man, dude, I have bought so much garbage for cars because I don't want to buy the name brand part for the car. and you just get it. And the second you get it, it's instant buyer's remorse. You're like, oh, frick, this is a cheap piece of shit. Oh, no.
Kristen's so good at that stuff, but I know she spends like a full month researching and how deep she goes on it.
I'm that way now, but it was a long road to get to this point.
Yeah.
I had to learn a lot of lessons. No. Scrambles the Death Dealer said, oh, thank God the show is over. Now I can go back to watching K-pop Demon Hunters on repeat. I think, wait, I'm sorry. Kyle, is Scrambles your burner account?
Just supporting us a
Kyle's
little
inner
bit,
dialogue.
you know. Dude, it's good. It's good music, man.
I can't refute it, and I'm not being a hater.
Oh.
You're defending. It doesn't need defending. It looks good.
Last night, Kristen was like, "Oh, Kyle, I figured it out. So there's this band," and then she said the name of the band, and they stopped like 5 years ago, and K-pop's never been the same. That's why someone said that, and I was like, "Oh, so we've been reading the Wikipedia, trying to figure out what's real K-pop and what's not, and why this is such a scandalous topic." It's a good time.
Yeah, I would have seen it. I just don't. I don't want a Netflix sub right now. It's expensive and annoying, and I don't want to reward them for their increasing costs and subpar quality.
Nah, yeah, I don't want to see the damn stupid roller coaster marble machine with the popcorn that goes by, but you know, sometimes you just really want to see a movie, you know.
Wait, what? Oh, I love that. I'm a huge fan of that. The world's shittiest simulator because the theater doesn't move.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, I love that shit. I've been seeing headlines about how like movie theaters are going to not have as many trailers because Gen Z don't like how long it takes. And I'm like, Gen Z can die in a fire. I want as many trailers as humanly possible.
Part of the that's part of the experience, but also a lot of them are trailers.
I'm probably getting one guide by whoever wrote the article because I bet it's not Gen Z's fault.
No, but also like some of them are
they're the new millennial. They're blaming everything on Gen Z.
They've been playing local ads there for years too, and those are not movies. And I'd rather they put movie trailers. That's what we're there to talk about. That's all fun.
Yeah. I go to the movies to see movies, not trailer. I go for both. God damn it!
I appreciate that the trailers make the movies start a little late because I run late sometimes.
Also, I'm so infrequently advertised to now that I get hyped for trailers in a way I've never gotten hyped for trailers because a lot of times it's my first damn time seeing the trailer. Whereas before I've seen them on TV a million times or on YouTube, but I've had YouTube Premium so long I don't see YouTube ads anymore.
I've just been thinking a lot about that. But SpongeBob, they're all red. Yeah, I know. Like we got a comment that was like, imagine sitting around watching video game trailers you're just being advertised to. It's because I like it. Like this is my hobby. Like this is what I love. Like I want to possibly know if there's new video games coming out that I don't know about. How do you know about something you don't know about? You don't know about it. Like you have to find out. Like I want to know. We'll play games.
Imagine it's like motherfucker. You're watching. Imagine watching people watch advertisements.
How many layers deep are you now?
You opted into this.
It's I get it. I do get it. Like it can be frustrating.
You always go back to the example of calling up the corkboard advertiser for guitar lessons and saying I don't want guitar lessons, and I'm just like, why are you here? How did you find us?
It could be
really entertaining though.
I do wonder if that's like saturation ads though, because the opt-in of sitting through
maybe
ads in the past was not as prevalent.
It might be. Who knows? No, I've always liked trailers though. To me, it's like, what's it? There's a name for this. It's like logo stingers and all that. It's like crossing the threshold. It like sets the stage for everything you're about to experience. Like to me, that like trailers are integral to the theater going experience for me. Just like the stupid popcorn roller coaster. Like if I'd grown up with Let's All Go to the Movies, I'd probably feel the way about that. But that was already gone by the time I was regularly going to the theaters. I knew about it enough to find the beginning of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie very funny. Don't talk, watch. Oh shit! Oh man, that just made me sad. I believe that was Macedon. Their guitarist passed away over the weekend from a freak accident.
Oh, one of the musicians for Aqua Teen.
Well, it's a real band called Macedon, and they had collabed with Aqua Teen and other Adult Swim shows on more than one occasion. But their guitarist had an untimely passing over the weekend. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Brent
I guess.
Hines.
Yeah. Chad knows what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I think that was them. I think they did the "Don't Talk Watch" song for in Hunger Force.
Now, see, that's what Mad Rock's saying. It like when you see actual like ads, or any of that like cinema interview shit they show. I don't like that stuff. Just show me.
Oh,
movie
that
trailers.
stuff sucks. Yeah, that stuff's lame. Except like the one time it's like James Cameron. I'm like, I'll hear what James Cameron has to say.
Yeah, well, why not?
It's like the same. What feels like 9 hours ago, Kyle. I hate the Fortnite-ification of the world until it's the clap that I care about. You know? I hate the commercials before the trailers.
Unless the
it's a
commercial I care about.
About. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But no, take that into account.
Oh, is it?
Riftbreaker co-op is live.
Is it?
What is Riftbreaker? Do I know what Riftbreaker is? Do
I
know what this is?
No, I don't think you've ever looked up Riftbreaker. It's been out for a long time, and they said they were doing a co-op version. It's let me describe this completely poorly. I would describe it like a flow simulator Diablo tower defense.
So Kyle's gonna make word soup.
Yep.
And he's gonna do one too many comparisons to where I no longer know what it is.
But you make a base. The base is attacked by waves. You defend the base, and now you can play co-op.
Huh? That does sound fun.
So yeah, you like the Zerg level in Braxis Holdout kind of business. So that's very much what that is.
Okay. That's my favorite thing to do in StarCraft co-op. It's just fun. It's just real fun. Yeah. Well, we should probably shut this down.
Yep. Let's go post the show. We got stuff to do. We'll see you tomorrow for Date Everything, where we date everything, apparently. Wednesday, new video.
I want to date an air conditioner.
I bet you can.
Because I don't think there's a thing in my house I love more than my air conditioning.
I would want to date. My espresso machine. Bye, everybody.